Hey there, family. Welcome to Neuro-Heretical Wargaming, where the stupidity is not a bug, but a feature. I'm Scott. I am joined by my friend Jeff. Jeff, how you doing today?
Tired.
Yeah, same, buddy. Behind the camera, we have special guest Joe producing. How you doing, Joe?
I'm doing pretty well. It's honestly probably a mistake you'd be back here, but here we are.
Well, if you start falling asleep, I'll start throwing things at you. It'll be fine. Welcome to Sidequest Saturday, where we get to check out some of the games that we love that we don't get to try out every now and then. Today, we'll be playing Fallout Factions, which is a skirmish game based in the Fallout universe, as many of you guys will know from either the video games or the highly successful Amazon TV show, which new season coming in
December.
December. Yeah, December.
Yeah, December, I'm pretty sure. Winter, at least.
But yeah, this is a game based around that, mostly based around the video games with some influences from the show. Very fun skirmish game that we've been wanting to try for a while and we want to introduce to you guys. For those of you that are joining just for Fallout, welcome to Neuro-Heretical Wargaming. We appreciate you guys being here. If you guys wouldn't mind, we would appreciate if you could drop a little like and subscribe, please. That helps us know that you like this content and we know what to focus our efforts on in the future. Also, it just helps us validate ourselves in general, because I do like a little validation. Who doesn't? Yeah, okay, good enough.
I don't like validation.
So, let's just talk a little bit about Fallout. So, Fallout Wasteland Warfare is a very neat system. It is a skirmish-sized game, so most of these armies are going to be like a couple models, like 5 to 7 models or so, or 10, depending on like what kind of faction you're running. The neat thing about this system, though, is that it has several different ways you can play. You can play solo, which we're not doing because he's here and I'm here. I guess Joe's here, but Joe's not playing.
I'm here.
He's here. He's not playing, but he's
here in spirit.
I'm
here
in
physically.
Spirit, and we're here. We're trying to tantalize him with different tabletop games, so his wife will kill me. But yeah, so there's solo mode. There's a cooperative mode. And you might ask, Scott, what the hell do you fight in cooperative mode? Every model has rules for an AI. So if you were doing cooperative mode, you can have all of your opponents just automated by some preset logic of how they're performed based on how hurt they are. But today we'll be playing battle mode. Battle mode is a take on their versus mode. This is a community-driven mode that was made on the forums, which has been supported by Modifius Games, the producer of this game. It's a more tightened rule set, right? It gets rid of a lot of the bloat that you have with these RPG elements that are part of this game, and also just makes it a little bit easier to balance it against one another. Something that you'll see an issue with in skirmish games is, especially if they have a more narrative focus, things can get out of hand very quickly. We saw that in our Necromunda campaign,
Yes.
which I still had fun with, but I would like to do that again. We'll eventually do it again.
I had a game where I had one guy with a rapid 2 bolter just kill everyone on the table.
Yeah.
It was very bad for the trash pickers of the hive.
Yeah. So this mode, made by the fans, does help to try to answer some of those concerns, make it a little bit more tight-knit. Ideally, it's for like a tournament setting or a competitive setting. This is not a tournament, so we're only a couple games in with this. So if anybody here is more tenured with Wasteland Warfare, feel free to correct us vehemently.
Belittle us.
Because some of I will say, the game a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Super neat.
Yes.
I love the IP. They need to hire a technical writer.
Yes.
For the next edition, Modifius, if for some reason you're watching this, A, hi, we're open for sponsorship. 2, hire a technical writer. Please, for the love of God.
It's a rough read.
But yeah, today's mission, we have a little narrative behind it, though. Let me ask, Joe, how's chat doing right now?
Jeff is doing pretty well. We have a good luck going toward Jeff.
Oh boy, thanks,
Hell
Mom.
yeah, homie. But yeah, and Joe will be monitoring chat, so if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, complaints, anecdotes, quips, jibes, gripes, feel free to direct them to him, and then he will either make them less brutal or more, depending on how he's feeling. So
It's
yeah,
always more.
if you would like to go to the top down,
the top down.
today, the Enclave, played by our boy here, Jeff, finds themselves in little old Appalachia. About what was it, 50 years for Fallout 76 after the bombs dropped.
I believe so.
The world is in ruins, but some places are still trying to get by with who has survived. The Enclave, knowing full well that the bombs dropped, because they are probably the ones that dropped them,
Who would do that?
have bases of operation all over what was formerly these United States of America.
It's still these United States of America.
Their vertibird, crossing over the Rocky Mountains of West Virginia, seem to be taken out by some kind of flying monstrosity that they have not encountered before. It's Mothman. Just so you know, it's Mothman. I like Mothman.
What? You like Mothman?
I know, I like Mothman. It's weird, right? It's not like I have a cryptid rodeo shirt on. The Enclave, seeing themselves brought down here, are then ambushed by the cultists that have trying to get them out of their holler, because they don't take too kindly to foreigners in these parts.
Oh no.
So, Jeff, let's go through what you're running today. I'm going to switch to the hand cam.
Oh
I
boy.
apologize if it's shaky, because the hand cam is literally my hand. Your
hand is a cam?
Yes, I'm actually cyborg. Oh, connecting. All right, hand cam up. Jeff, what are you running today? Can you tell me a little bit about the Enclave?
So I'm running Frank Horrigan with all 3 of his data sheets that you can play with. So he'll slowly degrade as he takes damage, and he'll swap, get new abilities, eventually be like resistant to all conditions and all sorts of other things. And he's a very expensive model.
Yep, he is a third of your army right now.
Yeah.
Over a third.
Yes. I have 1 Tesla trooper, 2 Enclave troopers. The Tesla troopers in Hellfire armor, and he automatically gets Tesla coils, just because of him being a Tesla soldier. 2 Enclave soldiers in regular Enclave power armor. All 3 of these guys have plasma rifles, and 2 of them have power fists. I have a Hellfire trooper and Hellfire armor with a power fist, and just a flamer, and that's all I got.
All right, Jeff, can you tell? Well, we'll go back to that when I'm not doing the hand cam. On the other side, we have the Cult of the Mothman, led by a high priest hiding behind the building here, ever so valiantly.
Like a coward.
Shh. Joined by a little idiot who's there to do his bidding and hopefully not get shot, but, we're not going to preclude that. We have a Wraithwing with a flamer, so big flamethrower. In this building, we have... There we go. A sniper. Waiting in ambush.
I can't wait for you to forget about the sniper.
We're going to leave this roof off so I don't forget the sniper. And then finally on this side, we have a couple more cultists defending their god. Mothman.
Mothman.
Mothman! All right, let's take it off the hand cam. So, this game is pretty freeform as far as list building goes. Battle mode does encourage you to do a single faction. You can bring in some unaligned stuff, which I don't think either of us have, with different factions having different bonuses. Jeff, what does the Enclave do? What's their shtick?
Their shtick is they get Enclave training. So while I am within my presence range, which each Enclave soldier has a different range for that ability, I get to add dice to my pool for the roll, and I also get another ability on top of that while within range and while in power armor. And there's some models you can bring, like the Warrant Officer and Lieutenant, that count as being in power armor for the rule, but not in power armor. But I don't have those. I only have power armor because it's cool.
Well, that's fair. I mean, we do like power armor. Cult of the Mothman, who I wish could have power armor. They have them in the game. The people that guard the sanctuaries in Fallout 76, they have Raider-style power armor. However, I can't take that in this game. But also because it's a fan thing, I probably could just get some Raider power armor mini and just run it.
Yeah.
I don't think any of you guys would be too insulted by that.
I would.
Well, that's unfortunate for you. Cult of the Mothman, since they're a bunch of religious zealots, who doesn't love... what cultist doesn't love calling a crusade? So once per game, at the start of any model's activation, I can call for a crusade. Every model of mine gets to move orange. We'll get to that. Distance to a model that they can see. You might say, Scott, what the hell do you mean move orange? How far is orange? Well, instead of actual distances, we have these little measuring sticks, which are in all actuality 2-inch, 4-inch, 6-inch, 8, 10, 12. I will say they did also announce a new edition for this coming out early next year, I want to say. So they're moving away from these little sticks and are just using tape measures, which is probably a little bit better, especially because the red and the orange are just orange. Show me your orange, Jeff. Look at the orange. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I have a lot of love for this game. There's a couple critiques. So, this mission is scavenging. From the down vertibird, various resources have been scattered across the battlefield. Joe, if you wouldn't mind going top down, there are 3 objective markers here, here, and here. During each of our turns, starting with round 2, we can have one of our guys perform a search action on it where they perform a skill test. If they pass that skill, the owning player gets a point. However, we have these little search boy thingies. Oh yeah, that's better. I can always forget about this new thing. We have these little search boy thingies. So 5 of these are owned by each of us. We have set them to be associated with random skills. If we complete that skill, the token goes away and we get another victory point. So it's a nice little way to help supplement your score, especially if you are going to have some trouble getting the objectives. My guys are a lot more squishy than his. His is a very elite, highly armored force. So I kind of leverage these guys to try to get some kind of points on the board. So,
I shoot thing.
You do shoot things. You shoot me in the face. My face is very squishy because my face is covered in just face. My own face, not somebody else's, I will say.
Lame.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, it's not that kind of cult. It's not that kind of cult. We're a loving cult with a loving moth god, okay?
I don't believe that. I played the game.
I haven't actually. I haven't played that one. But yeah, so we're going to get started here. If you guys have any questions, either about Fallout, the game, or the lore, about the channel, about cryptids, I do love cryptids, or just in general about life, we're here to help. We're here to answer, hopefully, with answers that may or may not be good.
Don't ask me. I barely know my own life.
Well, don't worry, Jeff. We're here for you.
Oh,
but first I'm going to shoot you in the face.
So rude.
For first turn, in other games you will see roll off. For this, whoever has the least amount of models has priority. Whoever has priority gets to pick who goes first, and then it rechecks that every single round.
Hey, look.
So he has 5 models. I have 7. So he's going to have priority. Jeff, would you like to go first or second?
I would like to go first.
All right. So let's get moving.
Right.
So we're starting with round 1. Another interesting thing about this game is you can prepare your actions. So when he activates, he can just put a little token on a guy, say that they're ready. If he wants to, he can then activate everybody that is readied. However, when you do that, you need to go with everybody that's ready. So you could you can like hold off a bit, so you can use your activation advantage to an advantage.
Yes, an advantage to an advantage.
But also you cannot then use that to you can't half-ass it. Once you go in, you're full-assing, you're going.
Full-assing?
Full-assing.
I prefer half-ass.
Well, don't worry, Joe. You have a full ass. All right, Jeff, who you moving? What you doing?
Go, Frank. Frank is going to move. Well, first, because Frank can observe within this, he sees all of these objectives.
All right, so let's flip them over to see what they are. Boop, 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 and boop. So what is 2 and 3? Those are yours that you placed.
2 is melee.
Okay, so you have to do a melee test there.
1 is ranged. 3 is... what is that? Presence.
Okay, so charisma check. And then 7 here, that is a lock. So you have to unlock something if you want that point.
Why do you always try to make me unlock
Because
stuff?
I know your unlocking ability sucks.
I have 2 people that can do it, and it's Frank and surprisingly the Hellfire Trooper.
Well, if you want Frank to be doing that, I'm not going to stop you. It keeps Frank out of my face because Frank has a lot of face to put in my face.
Oh, first, Frank is going to do melee
Okay.
test
So-
on that.
Chat, how this works is, if you're familiar with the Fallout games, everybody has a special: strength, perception, endurance, charisma, intelligence, agility, luck. Every kind of test is associated with a different stat of that. For Filthy Frank over here, his melee is his strength. So he has to roll at his number, which is between 1 and 10 or lower.
His is at an 8
All right, so
currently.
you need to roll an 8 or less to get a victory point, good sir.
Hiya.
All right, he auto fails. That X means an auto fail, but he also gets a free action. So I think you have what, move as your free actions? I have to look at the. There's
Yeah.
also an app for this. It does cut off some of the cards a little bit, but
He can prepare.
all right. So he prepares. Preparing is just waiting. Sometimes good targets don't present yourself, so you can just set up an ambush or do something to react when you see somebody else do something. So
Right on.
all right, I will go. We're going to go with the sniper in here. Sniper is just going to move up the window. He moves distance yellow. So he's just going to move up to here, looking out that window. He's going to prepare to just try to dome somebody that walks into my presence. Not presence, my sight, because presence is actually something. But he does see... I want to say he's green. Oh, helps if I have the correct app up. Oh gosh, I'm sorry, everybody. Please don't hurt me.
Hurt him.
It should be
Hurt
green.
his feelings.
Oh gosh, why? Okay, great. So I can see that one, and that's it. So what is this? This is blank. What is your blank?
Search.
Search. Okay, I think I have somebody that could do that. All right, you may go, good sir.
I'm going to activate this Enclave Trooper. Oh, also, Frank activated. I'm going to do a ranged on this one. So I will need a 7 or lower
Okay.
on this check. Woo. Hiya.
Okay, you succeed.
I
And
gain a victory
You
point.
get 1 victory point and a free action, an AP point.
Oh, well, he gets to
It probably gets to
prepare.
prepare.
Oh, and then I'm also in sight of this. What is 8?
Also a lock.
So rude.
Yeah, I know. That's what I do best.
And then I will move up to this building because I still had another action.
Okay.
I'd like to ask something here, Jeff.
Yes.
You mentioned that Frank is a bit more expensive than everybody else. What's so special about Frank, and why is he so much bigger than everyone else on the board?
So Frank Horrigan is a super mutant enclave who was he's the Secret Service of the president of the Enclave in Fallout 2. And he's basically kind of the main antagonist also. You see him like punch out a death claw.
Which is on his base right now.
Yes. He's just completely roided out. They had to make a special suit of XO1 power armor for him. And he is just an absolute beast. And I love him. He's my favorite Fallout villain by far. I always mess up the quote, but it's like, he says, you've done well to get this far, but then again, you've never met Frank Horrigan for like the final battle. And it's like, damn.
Damn, he's here to rock my shit. I'm going to go with just the little idiot cultist.
No.
He's going to see what this is. 6, that is a melee. So he's going to run up to that. Boop, boop, and try to do that for me. Just to get some points on the board before he gets shot in the face. So, needing a 5 here. Nope, he does not pass. All right, your turn.
Me go.
Yeah, admittedly, I have not played any of the isometric Fallout. So I have played 3. I love 3. I loved 4. However, I never beat it because in classic Bethesda action, it crashed on me in a fatal way. and I was so far in the story, and I didn't know enough of how to like manually put my way through that because I was younger and dumber. I'm still dumb, but I was.
You
more
said that's
dumb.
lock?
8 is locked. Yes, sir.
I need a 3 or lower.
Okay. But yeah, I had a
Hellfire.
fatal crash in 4 that kind of ruined things. I like sat on a bench waiting for somebody to show up for the next mission, and then I just like they just never showed up.
Oof.
I like left it running. I walked away for an hour. I came back. They still weren't there.
I had a bug where Liberty Prime would not move off the bridge in Fallout 3, so I had to try to break my way into Project Purity.
God, I just love how janky this game. This like, you know, AAA studio game. How janky this AAA studio game is that we love, and it just, yeah,
It just works.
does it?
It just
Do I want to
works.
snipe you?
I thought you have to be within 2 green for your...
Shh, I thought it was.
Why are you always
Oh
cheating?
gosh, let me double check that one. So when preparing, there's different things that can trigger it. Okay, you're right. It was green. I'm sorry. I'm
Always cheating.
sorry. So he's too far away for me to trigger off anything. If he doesn't move within 2 green lengths or a shoot or an attack, I get to trigger off that. Or if he shoots one of my guys or does any action within green of me, I get to do an action. So if he shot this guy, then I'd be able to react and shoot him in the head. But that didn't happen. So, yeah.
Always trying to cheese me.
oh, was that your turn?
Yeah, that was my turn.
Okay. I'm going to prepare with the Wraithwing.
Also, if there's anyone that actually plays this game, please let us know if we're allowed to pre-measure.
Because I think we can, but yeah.
We play a lot of 40K, so we get to pre-measure in that.
Nerds.
It was a big
Yeah.
day when because you couldn't pre-measure before 7th, I want to say. I remember my store, the day the 7th came out, everybody would pre-measure because, quote unquote, they could.
As they could.
Like, well, I can. I don't see why not.
And now it's such a habit, like, when I play Necromunda and I'm like, okay, am I in range? Oh, wait, no, I can't
Nope,
pre-measure.
nope, that's illegal.
It is.
Okay, so we have the main villain from Fallout 2.
Yes.
Mhm.
Scott, is Mothman actually in the Fallout games?
He is in Fallout 76, which is based in Appalachia. Based in West Virginia. For those of you who are not tracking your cryptid lore, feel free to go while I'm yapping. Back in the 70s, I want to say, 2 different police officers saw some man-sized moth creature at a quarry, right? One of them was a cop, so they gave it some credence. He's probably drunk on the job, but we're not going to talk about that. And this little town, Point Pleasant, West Virginia, made it their entire identity, right? We're still in the real part of life right now. So if you go to Point Pleasant, there's a whole emphasis on ass, Mothman statue there, which is cheeked up for some reason. I don't know why, but it's a very big butt. There's a Mothman museum. What are you doing?
First, I'm going to deal 1 Tesla damage to Frank.
Oh, this is anybody?
Yeah,
Okay.
but this is to my benefit because I want to bracket him.
Okay, fair.
So he's down to 4.
Oh no, I see what you're doing. Okay. It's fine. It's fine.
And then I'm going to try to melee this, but because I'm doing a skill check that's not an attack against Frank Horrigan, and it doesn't say that it doesn't affect his own friends, I'm going to have to do a melee check at -2 with this trooper. And
I think the downward thing just means it only affects enemies, though.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like that downward stuff.
Got it. So I just need to roll a 6 then.
Yeah.
6 or lower.
Yeah, I don't want to cheat you. All right.
Hey!
It's the victory point.
I get another victory
So
point.
you're up to 2. But yes, so they have a statue. They have a museum there. I went there when I was driving out to regular Virginia for work. But in Fallout, being the wacky world that it is, I'm going to prepare the cult leader, and then I'll just wait.
Okay.
Actually, do I want to? Yeah, I'll wait. So, wacky world of Fallout. 100 years in the future from now, a cult starts going around this Mothman statue. They start worshiping the Mothman, and eventually their supreme leader says, "Oh, the Mothman spoke to me last night and says we need to get into the hills because the bombs are going to drop." They go into the hills. Nothing happens. Okay, we should go forward 5 years. A different Mothman, a different preacher shows up. He says Mothman talked to me
Frank
last
can't
night.
lockpick. Good to know.
Mothman told me to go into a cave because now the bombs are going to drop. That one was actually right. So, goes in the cave, they survive the blast, and all the radiation creates actual honest-to-God Mothman. So the cult went wild. And now we have Mothman.
And Dan.
Because if it's Fallout, they're going to find a way to add goofy things, which is a reason why I love it.
We're just going to do a second move to get up into the barrels.
Okay.
And I am activated out good, sir.
Okay, so it's all me. So we're just going to... Oh, I'm short one activation token.
You salute.
I know, I'm sorry. I put them back in the baggie because I thought I had everything I needed, but apparently I didn't.
He's cheating.
He's cheating.
I'm cheating myself. I want, you know, what?
Producer, remove all victory points he has.
I don't have any.
Well, give him negative.
Negative.
No.
Negative victory points.
Watch
All
me
right.
break the Excel sheet.
Yeah, actually don't do that. That will break the tool. I, in all my brilliance, have it checked to see if it goes into the negative. Make sure it's a positive integer, so you can't put like 2.5 points. But because it's positive, as soon as you put a negative, it screams at you. So don't do that. Don't break my sheet.
Lame.
I very drunkenly made that very well.
Very drunkenly.
All right. Do I want to open this building up? Because we rolled off to see which doors were locked, and this was the only one that was locked. So we're just gonna go this way. He's gonna just go up to the corner here. He'll stay behind cover. I'm not gonna peek out with him. Actually, I won't peek out.
Coward.
So Jeff, you're very well versed in the Fallout universe. What is your favorite Fallout game?
It's tough. Like, story-wise, my favorite Fallout is Fallout 2. My very first Fallout, which is always near and dear to me, was Fallout 3. But the best gameplay, and I'll keep going back to, is Fallout 4, and I can do mods on my Xbox, so I can keep making it a fresh experience every time. So it's between those three.
4 is?
4 is computer.
Okay, Mothman cannot do computers. Little known fact.
Why not?
Little known Mothman fact.
I think it just says any creature cannot lockpick or do
Correct.
computer skill.
Correct. Mothman is a creature.
But it's between those three, and it's really hard for me because I love Fallout 3, even though it's a janky mess, and the story is just
Sure.
go find Dad, and then when you find Dad, no more Dad.
Where'd Dad go? I'm going to test ranged on this. I need a 7. Okay, that's a critical. So I get a victory point. I now have points on the board that you can take away from me, Joe.
Because you cheated.
I did cheat on the
So
board.
that's opposed to Fallout 4, where you go to find Son.
Yeah.
You are Dad.
You are
You are
Dad
Dad.
or Mother looking for son.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well, even Mom is Daddy. But...
and then Fallout 2, you play as the Chosen One who needs to go find a Gek to save his tribe because the land around where his tribe's set up has like everything's just out of nowhere dying, and they feel like the land is cursed, but it's like just radioactive to hell for some reason. And he needs to go find the Gek. You slowly find like weird, like mysterious, like people are going missing, vaults are empty out of nowhere, and you slowly find out that the Enclave are like kidnapping people of like I don't want to say like pure genes, but non-radioactive genes.
Oh, it's the Enclave. They do eugenics. Let's be honest here. All right. I moved. I couldn't do any more actions.
But
Um,
I just feel like the story overall is better written in 2 than any of the other ones. The first game is fun, but I forget to save too often, and I got all the way to the master fight, died, and went all the way to the beginning, and I lost like 5 hours of gameplay. So I do not go back to Fallout 1 often.
yeah,
But
I'm fine.
it's all due to my own fault.
All right. That is it. So we're going on to round 2.
I still have the least models.
You do. Would you like to go first or second, good sir?
I would like to go first.
Okay. And for me, I think my favorite's still 3, but I'm currently working on New Vegas, which I haven't played before.
New Vegas is so good. New Vegas is also one in the running. It's just I don't know. I feel like I can go, like, I've done almost everything in New Vegas now, and I feel like I can't really replay it too often, whereas I get more nostalgia with 3 from replaying it. So it's like, I don't know. I love the RPG mechanics in New Vegas way more, and there's so much more RPG in the isometric 1 and 2 and Tactics. Tactics is a lot of fun. You eventually go into Cheyenne Mountain and Fallout Tactics to go
Not
into
to-
Vault Zero.
Which is, in Colorado, like we are. Not to dox ourselves, but
But yeah.
it's only a matter of, it's a race to see who doxes us first. Oh. Unfortunately, the rules are on the phone, but...
Yeah. I always have my phone on the stream.
No, just talk.
Nah.
Fair. And for those of you asking, hey, what's this? What is your mat? It's a 40K mat, and one of our fellow gamers at the store offered us his 3x3. Thank you, Jared. You're a real one. My stupid self did not pick it up. We played on it and everything last night to do like a last practice game. Forgot to grab it as I left.
Correct.
Got distracted by magic.
He's going to attempt to lockpick.
Because my
Needing a
girlfriend's mean to
3
me and
or
got me into
lower.
magic.
Oh, I do it.
Oh. Okay.
I succeed.
Rude.
I get another victory point. Huzzah! Go Enclave.
Okay. Do you want to move, or was that your second action to do that?
No, that was my first action.
Okay.
And I think I will second action to... All these are objectives that are scoring, right?
Yep. Those are the main scoring objectives.
I think I might just try to push.
Push it to
This
the
way.
limit. What is my range for you moving? Okay, so if you go past this barrel, I can shoot you in the head, just so you know. Just so you're tracking.
I'm not planning on... I think I'm going to abandon that side and just push this way.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like right now. I think I just need to put enough stuff here to hold you off so you don't just run away with these points. But let's
That's what
see.
Frank's for.
That's what Filthy Frank is for.
The filthiest of
The
boys.
filthiest of boys. We them boys. Ooh, boy. Okay, your range is pretty decent though on all of your guns, right?
For the most part, Frank's
Okay.
is a red and a blue.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God. Okay, so if he moves, he can get me in long range.
Yeah.
So nothing. Staying back isn't really going to help me much.
And then my plasma rifles are a red and a black. So
Okay.
I'm basically in range now.
Okay. I will go with this guy then before he gets shot in the head. This is a computer. 4 is a computer, right?
Yes.
Okay. That's on my intelligence, which is 4 because he's not very smart. He's about a little less than average. Need a 4.
Oh, you
Hey, I
succeed.
succeed, and I get a surge. Oh, his surge is doing actions. That's kind of nice.
Very good, very good.
So you need an action point. You'd have to spend that now. So I still have a second action. I'm going to use. Oh, I get 1 victory point, so I'm up to 2. And I'm going to move him yellow just to get into cover and make you have to expose yourself a little bit if you want. Don't expose yourself on stream, but no.
Oh no.
We're
not
you have
exhibitionists?
to come out a little bit if you want
Well,
to.
Frank's going to come out regardless.
Well, it is Pride Month, so good for Frank.
Go, Frank.
Go, Frank. He's a real hero.
I wouldn't call him a hero.
He's a real hero.
Big, beefy, ballpark Frank.
Oh, that's what he's going to be giving somebody.
Oh. All right, go ahead.
Well, since we're talking about Frank,
Because we mentioned we don't want him to feel left out. Man, Joe, you've only played 4, right?
Yeah, I've only played 4. Well, actually, I played the mobile game, the Vault game.
I love that
I
game.
always forget about Fallout Shelter.
Oh my gosh, I love that game. It is so good, but it also really tries to get you to
So
spend money.
Frank is going to
It really
fire
does.
into
Okay, I am in the area terrain.
Himpst.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely not short, but I should be in long.
Okay.
Very good.
Yes, yes, very nice.
This is going to be a little crunchy for us because I still don't remember what all the guns do yet.
Mm-hmm.
So at long, it's just a black die.
Yep. Every weapon has different stats for their short or long range, assuming that they have a short and long range. Which does
At a
affect
minus
different effects.
2
Okay. Yep. -2 to your test.
because you're in cover, so I need a 6.
Alrighty. That is a success, and he gets an extra action point, which gives him the ability to do a little bonus action at the end.
He gets to shoot again.
That is rude. Okay.
Is Mothman extra vulnerable to lasers?
He Joe, now that you mention it, his armor against energy weapons is also 2, but I got me.
Just the Moth.
Yeah. Well, he's also a man.
Uh,
Mothman.
3 energy damage at your lowest physical or energy.
Okay, so now we get to the next weird part about different part about this is how armor works. So you don't have to have armor. I have armor on. It costs points to buy. Every armor has a rating of 1 up for physical, energy, and radiation damage. My armor for physical and radiation, or physical and energy, is 2. So I get to roll this die. It has faces that are 1 to 4. If I roll my armor value or lower, I block that much damage. So you're hitting me with what, 3?
3, yes.
Okay, so if I roll a 2, I block 2 damage. If I roll a 1, I block 1 damage. Normally, if I wasn't in cover, if I rolled a 3, I wouldn't block anything, because that's higher than my armor. Because I'm in cover, that gives me +1 to my armor, so need a 3 or less. Block 2 of it, so I take 1.
1 damage.
Alright, he's down to 4.
And then he's going to do it again,
That's
because...
rude. It is mine additional -2, because
Okay.
you're doing it as a quick action. I'll take that.
Kia.
That hits.
Hey!
With a bonus damage.
So, 4.
Okay. No matter what, I'm taking damage from this, but let's see if I can protect myself a bit. Block
2
with a
more
2. He is
damage.
down to 1.
Oh no!
Oh no.
And then I get another one of these.
Yep.
Scott, would you like to explain what these exclamation points are?
Yep. So, Frank, because he's so yoked, has a couple other special rules that nobody else in either of our armies have. He has the ability to do criticals, and he has luck. So criticals, every time he gets a hit on somebody, he gets 1 more critical point. Once he gets a certain amount of criticals, he can spend them for one of his weapons to do an auto hit that has increased effects. And then luck gives him a 50-50 chance of things going a little bit better in his favor. So as he brackets down, he gets more and more lucky. So right now he has luck 1, so he has 1 whole token to spend.
Yes, and I put it on his base.
Yep.
Right on the Death Claw.
All right. That is you.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. We're going to...
Honestly, better than I thought it would turn out.
Yeah. So he's still alive, but not by much. The rest of my guys are pretty well in cover right now, so I'm just going to try and stall you out. I can't see Frank. I do see that guy, though. So I should probably try to dome him before...
And does the Vertibird count for cover with just how big it is?
Yep, I would say the Vertibird gives you cover.
I wouldn't say the barrels because they're so low.
I'm shooting over the barrels, but the Vertibird will give you cover. So yeah, I'm just going to try and dome you. So he's going to do unaction. He has 2 of them.
Dice.
Cover makes my skill 2 less. So normally for my shooting, I have a skill of 4. However, now it's 2 because of the cover. So let's see what happens. Boo-boo. At long range, I get a couple bonus dice. This helps make the test harder or makes the hit happen better. Get 2 green and a blue. Okay, that is auto fail. So nothing happens. I have 2 actions, and you can actually shoot twice, so I'm going to shoot again. Okay, so 6 minus 3 still does not equal 2.
No.
And that doesn't give me anything else, so both shots miss.
Woo!
So he gets
And
to live with his face still intact.
for being shot, does he get a reaction to move or no? Or does it have to be someone else?
I think, he would... It doesn't say other model getting shot. I don't think it says other model getting shot. I'll double check that one.
Yes, this did not come up before.
Oh. Okay, yep. It says friendly model.
Such a harsh producer.
So any friendly model
We're on a
hit.
tight ship here.
Oh no, not the army all over again.
No.
That was not a tight ship. And I get to move what?
You get to move your distance reduced by 1. So normally you're yellow, so you would move orange.
That's just free movement, baby.
Let's go, baby.
Scott, is that authentic battle damage on your Vertibird?
It sure is. It's not store bought. It's homegrown. I spent several weeks. No, that's being too generous. This is my first big project I ever 3D printed. Jonathan has provided us a studio printer, which we are still learning to use because I don't know what I'm doing, as is tradition. So I printed a Vertibird because I think they're neat. Also, I thought, oh, we're gonna play Fallout soon. Let's get a Vertibird. Okay, I gave it to Chris, one of our other players, and it got knocked off the table. And because I don't know what I'm doing with 3D printing, this is exceptionally brittle. So my whole Vertibird became a crash Vertibird. But I was already going to call this stream Vertibird down, so it just kind of worked. So thanks, Bert. I do want to try again. There are a couple pieces missing, so I think I just need to reprint it.
So,
which kind of sucks, but sorry, go ahead.
Here's one of the examples of the Enclave training. So I get the 1 black die for the plasma gun being in long range.
Okay.
Or the plasma rifle. I'm just so used to saying plasma gun from 40K.
That fair. Well, plasma.
And then the Enclave soldier.
Now, why are they shooting blood out of their guns?
Blood. I don't know.
Yeah, because the blood is plasma.
Who
I don't know,
knows?
you donated plasma for a bit. What is that?
I mean,
Was those going to
technically,
weapons?
Plasma isn't blood.
Well, it's in the blood, isn't it?
It's in
Oh, I'm not a biology guy, so
I'm not a bloodologist.
you're not a bloodologist, right?
But because he is within the presence range of this Enclave soldier,
Okay.
he will get a yellow die added to it.
Okay.
He will also get to ignore 1 cover. He is base to base with this cover, so I will ignore the cover that you get.
Okay. So you don't get the -2 to your stat.
And you also don't get the extra armor.
Dope.
But he don't shoot as good. He actually kind of wants to punch,
Really?
surprisingly.
Okay.
Also, is he... Frank will take another Tesla damage.
I hate what you're doing right now. I see what you're doing. I still hate it.
It's beautiful. It just works. I'm needing a 5 or lower on this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That is
I do
not a
not
5.
get that.
That is twice a 5. Actually, that's 10.
And he's done.
All right. So he lives for another day. What activations do you still need? Just him?
Enclave soldier, Enclave soldier.
Okay, 2 Enclave soldiers left. That guy could round the corner and dome him, so I'm going to go with this guy. Try to do that action on the point. It's a melee action.
Will you succeed?
That's a great question. I don't know the answer to. That definitely
No.
won't pass. Well, because I have a second action, I'm going to do it again.
Hiya!
Hey, okay, he succeeds.
Critically succeeds even.
Everyone is critical. All right, I get 1 more victory point. We are tied at 3 for 3, good sir. Go ahead.
Where's your third thing?
Hmm?
Man, this is lame.
What?
Being tied. What? What do we do?
It's what you didn't do.
Let's not stare at the camera.
Um,
You have to. I know his face is beautiful, but you can't just stare at our producer the entire time. So yeah, how are things going over there, Joe?
Going pretty well.
This goes
Yeah.
away.
Still just the good luck to Jeff.
All right. Well,
And it's not seeming to work out too well because you guys are tied now.
Yeah, it's so lame.
it's better than our game last night, I will say.
Yes. I only had like 1 point.
Yeah, it was like 5-1 last night. So that's far, it's going better, right?
It's going way better.
You're saying there's a chance that I will still win.
He's gonna blast him.
Okay.
Also getting to ignore one cover.
Okay. Can you draw a line of sight through Frank?
Oh, that's right.
I don't think you can, but you can
Damn,
still.
now I can.
Okay. Center line would still go through Frank, so it would still give you cover, but
I ignore.
you ignore one cover.
The middle no longer goes through Frank.
Okay. No, okay. That's
'Cause I
fair.
moved it.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
So
That's
now I
fair.
ignore
You
the one
ignore
cover
the
that
cover.
you get.
You're still at long range.
And
You jerk.
I'm within a bunch of auras,
Okay.
which I'm going to need to now remember. The plasma or the Tesla soldier gives me a green die.
Okay.
The other Enclave soldier gives me a yellow die. And then the Hellfire gives me a black die. And then I get another black die for being long range plasma, hitting on a 7.
All right.
That doesn't sound good for you, Scott.
No, he will probably die unless he just whips right now, which is a chance.
Oh, there's a high chance, especially after early rolls from last night.
Right. He is just a mook, so it's like not
But
the end of the
less
world.
activations for him is better for me.
Right, because his activations are a lot better than mine, but
I miss.
hey, I live
But I get to ready him because...
because he got an action point. All right.
But you definitely would have died if I hit.
Yes, I would have. I only have 1 health left. All right.
I got one more activation after that.
Okay, so what do I want to do? I still have Mothman, I still have the shotgunner, I have the assault rifle, and I have this guy. That guy can still threaten these two, so I'm going to hold off there. We're going to go with Senior Shotgun Boy. Yeah, so we'll go with him. Boop. He is going to climb over this thing. Boop-doo-doo. What is my... Let me check the short range of a double-barreled shotgun. I think you're in the long range, which really sucks for a shotgun. But
Because you just dice on that, right?
yep, just dice. There's no bonuses or anything, so I am just living on a prayer, as they say.
Living on a prayer.
Yeah, short range is yellow, so...
No, I'm not within short range.
Um,
And I would say you can see basically all of Frank.
yeah, so...
That means Frank can see basically all of you.
Correct.
Okay, so here's what I'll do. I'm going to ready him and just lie in ambush.
And cry.
And cry. Crying is a free action. Yep, go ahead. I will also say this is our first time running a skirmish game, so if you guys have any critiques of how we could do this better, let us know. We'd like to run more of these. It's just like, because there's less models, because they're smaller, it's a little bit harder to do. It's not... 40k is very straightforward. That's why we started with it. But we do want to explore more of these games. We do.
I
enjoy
am
that.
activated out now.
Okay, now you're activated out. Now it is time for Scott to show his quality.
So, Scott, here's a question.
Yes.
Is it Senior Shotgun Senior or Senior Shotgun Junior?
I think Junior. I think Senior got his head smashed in by Frank last night. His brain matter is still probably on the fist.
Frank, once he got into melee, was just... He was Franken.
He was frankly Franken over there. Filthy Franken. All right, we're going to go with the Wraithwing. Wraithwing will go there, and then he's going to... Gosh, do I want to do that? Yeah, I'll scurry up here to get in the cover. Okay. And you're out of activations, right?
Correct.
All right, what else do I have? I have...
You should shoot
Mothman.
Frank more.
I don't want to shoot Frank more.
Why not?
Because...
If you don't start shooting him, I'll just keep doing what I'm doing.
That's fair, but it will be a little bit slower at least. All right, the cultist leader is there.
I think he actually gets faster in his next bracket.
I think he does, yeah. I believe you are right.
He actually goes red in his next bracket.
Oh, dear
and he
God.
charges green.
Okay. Let's go
Is
with...
this 9-inch?
Hmm?
Is this 9-inch?
That's like 18 inches.
I don't
Oh,
think.
you wish. All right.
Because
Let's
you said this is 6
go
inches?
with Mothman. Mothman is going to round the corner here.
And he's going to shoot Frank, right?
He's going to touch the terrain and then shoot Frank.
What does
Ooh,
Mothman shoot with?
He has a sonic screech. So he's going screaming at his face. At this distance, it should be. All right. Yep, we are in close range. That's pretty nice. His shtick is he gets to attack 5 times. They're each little tiny attacks, but they stack up over time and they buff themselves. So I need 7s to hit. First shot. Okay, that
Okay.
hits. Let me see what the
I think that's the slow.
soda does. Okay, you are now slowed.
Oh, no.
Until you clear that status, you are 1 movement slower. A way to clear that status is dying. So when he goes to his next bracket, it'll clear.
It's great. It's a great mechanic.
1 damage, but you block that no matter what. So you have no way to fail that. All right, next one.
It's great.
Okay, that misses.
Yes.
Yep.
So now what his other part of the ability now goes away.
Yep. So every successive hit adds 1 to reduces armor by 1. I missed, so it resets 7. Okay, that's a crit, so that auto hits. I can't slow you more.
Nope.
This one's 2 damage, so don't roll a 1. You rolled a 1.
I
Not
actually.
even in the dice box for Joe to see.
Oops, that's
Yeah.
my bad.
How dare you?
I mean, I can re.
No. All right. 4th attack. Okay, that one hits. This one's 2 damage again. Don't roll a 1. Okay, he rolled a 1. He's helping me out here.
No, you're
He's-
helping me out.
He's what we call a real one.
No, you're helping me out.
And then 5th attack. Okay, another crit with an armor break. So you're -3 at this point.
Yes. So
It's
armor 3.
Well, yeah. So don't roll a 4. It's only 1 damage. All right, so he blocks that. I didn't get any action points to like get out of dodge, so it's fine. So he'll stay there. Mothman will be there.
I'm coming for you, Mothman.
Is that it? Yep, that would be it for my activations.
So, Neuro-Heretical Wargaming is asking us questions, guys.
That's impressive.
Yes. Very
Oh.
important questions.
Brendan.
Such as, why is Scott a poopy head?
Why is...
And why is Jeff such an angry elf?
I'm not an angry elf. I'm a dwarf.
Not legally though, but
Not legally, no.
how close are you? Do you know?
I'm 5'6".
I think you
No,
have
but
to,
like, what's the actual
4'10".
definition?
It's like you have to be like below like 4'10". I think.
Is it 410?
I think
I
one of
think
my.
it's 4'10".
I think my aunt is like almost there.
Okay. So we need to get you a desk job. So you're like,
Yep, 4'10".
Thank you, Joe.
why do you guys know that offhand? Well, okay, maybe you looked it up, but why do you know offhand?
I haven't looked it up.
Because my grandma lived in Texas. And
Okay.
when she lived in Texas, she was really upset that she couldn't qualify as a legal dwarf because she was 4'11". She's like, I'm this short already, might as well be a legal dwarf. And so that's why I know.
Awesome.
Ah, okay, fair.
I think she's below it now, but she's also much older.
All right. How many models do you have?
5.
And he has an ability, so anyone with an orange of him doesn't count. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So you still have priority. Do you want first turn or second turn?
First.
Yep, that's fair.
We're on to round 3.
We are on to round 3.
This is actually going pretty
Yeah,
quick.
it's a nice,
Round
this is a
3.
smooth game.
Fight.
I might actually get to go
The
hang out
poopy
at the
head
tournament
is
for a little
because
bit.
of just a tragic accident that happened in my youth involving a pile of bear poop. Because I am from I am actually from Appalachia. I'm from Northeast Pennsylvania, which is technically the northern extreme of Appalachia. Is definitely a different culture than like mid or lower Appalachia. But yes, so I'm actually Appalachian. Maybe I was dropped in a pile of bird poop or bear poop. Who knows? Anything's possible with popsicle.
Okay, middle of Frank
So
to you.
somebody has
I
come
can
here,
see
that's
like
Jennifer J. Fool. He's not an angry elf, more of a dwarf or a gnome.
That's fair.
I guess I'll take gnome.
With you moving on, because you're gonna try and charge me, so I'm gonna react.
Oh, I'm not going to try to charge you. I'm going to shoot you.
Oh, okay, well, I'm going to shoot you.
I'm gonna shoot
I'm
you.
going to shoot you.
I'm gonna
I'm
shoot
shooting
you.
with the end of your movement action. Bubbo.
I don't believe that.
Bubbo. Bubbo, scared. Bubbo, sad.
Are you in yellow? I don't think you're within. No, you're still long.
Still long, but that's fine. I want to use the action. It is -2 when doing it like this, so it's only on 2s. Nope. All right, I tried.
Frank is now going to shoot. Yeah, I'm going to try to start whittling down Mothman.
Mothman,
Mothman!
how dare you hurt Mothman?
Going to Frank's plasma gun
Oh no, not Frank's plasma gun. Against Mothman.
against Mothman.
Not Mothman.
But I can see middle to middle you, so no cover.
Okay. That's fair.
I get a yellow and a green die.
Okay.
This will be hitting on 8 or less.
All right. 8 or less. Hit me. Yep. You are in close range, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Mothman has another thing. If you're shooting at long range, it's a -2. Because
but I am in close.
You are in close. We've established that. You are a close range boyo.
I hit with an armor break.
Okay.
So, whatever Mothman's worst stat is,
They're the
3
same.
damage
3 damage.
with
so
an
I
armor
have
break.
Armor 2 with hardened armor. So I need a 2 or 1 on this, but I always block 1 as well. All right. Block 1. And what did you say the damage was? 3?
3. So you
he's
take 2.
Down to 10. He is tanky at the very least, if nothing else. Where's my detail?
And that was Frank's activation
All right.
because he had to move to do that
Yeah.
maneuver.
Okay. My sniper doesn't really have a shot over here, unfortunately.
That's what I was kind of trying to do.
Okay. I forgot to
Take
do
his
that.
prep off, or his whatever off.
The used activation. Okay. You're just going to try Mollywop on Mothman.
Correct.
So here's what I'll do. I'll go with Mothman. We're going to go with him. We are going to start... No, you're just going to wound him to bring him down to the next bracket.
Regardless, probably.
Yep. So I'm just going to shoot you from here. This is close range for Mothman.
Correct.
Okay. Okay. Sonic Screech.
Oh, no.
Actually, wait.
Wait.
No, I almost fell for it again.
What?
I almost charged you again. Like,
No, go ahead. Charge. Frank is terrible in melee.
Oh, yeah, that's it. That's it.
Oh, he also hit Mothman. See, you want to get rid of all my action things. I have 3 built up, so then
No,
when
I
I
have a
charge...
plan. I have a plan, actually. We are going to charge Filthy Frank over here. So
I don't think Mothman's got this.
No, I got this. I have a plan. I have a plan. All right.
He has a plan, everyone.
I get a charge bonus. However, I'm actually going to shoot you in melee because it doesn't take any minuses.
Oh.
Okay, so I will try to shoot you in melee with my Sonic Screech. 5 attacks again.
There
This
is
will be-
no penalty to shooting in melee?
So normally there is. Normally if you shoot in melee, it's -2 to your skill and they get 1 additional armor. Mothman ignores that because of a rule on his card.
Oh, that's lame.
Yeah.
What's that rule? Just so people at home know.
Vengeful.
Vengeful.
I'm vengeful, so I'm going to scream in your face.
I wish this was radioactive damage, so then it just didn't do anything.
Oh, God. Yeah, super mutants don't get hurt by radiation because they are radiation. All right, I need a 7. Critical failure, but I do get an action point, which I will use later at the end.
Right on.
Okay, second attack. Okay, I hit with additional damage, and you are stunned.
Stunned.
So you need 2.
Unless I move a Tesla there to...
Right. Well, you need a 2. Well, yeah. You need a 2 to block.
A 2 to block. Yuck. I block.
Okay, he blocks both of them. Third attack. Hits. -1 to your armor, so you're -3 now.
I thought the bottles was slow.
Well, I can't double slow you, but
you
I
can't.
have. Oh no, that's my
That's-
skill. Yep,
yeah.
yep.
That's to the skill die.
Mhm.
Cheating, remove a point.
What's your armor normally? 5?
6.
Okay, so you block it instantly.
Oh, yep.
4th attack. Hits.
With an
It's
extra
2
damage.
Now it's -3 to your armor, so don't roll a 4.
Good.
Okay. And then last attack. Okay, we fail critically. All
Can't
right.
gain another one of those actions.
Correct. I had got an action point. For a free action, I can punch you in the head. So I'm going to punch you in the head.
Do it, loser.
Me, 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 me. Me, me, me.
Me, 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 me.
I needed a 5.
No.
No. No. But this comes the next part of my brilliant plan. I have hit and run. So after I do that, I can just run away for free.
Run away!
Nerd.
Brave Sir Robin bravely ran away.
There we go. Okay, I figured out how we play Mothman, kids.
Being a
Guerrilla
coward.
tactics.
Being a
Guerrilla tactics.
coward.
Me, 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 me.
So Scott, being from Pennsylvania,
Yes.
where they historically freaking love cryptids,
Yes.
what is your favorite cryptid?
I don't know. Maybe it's Mothman. It's probably Mothman. I will say, I will caveat this with, I don't believe in these things, but I just love folk legends. I love the stories people tell around the campfire. It's neat. I like to know what people's different cultures are interested in, right? Whatever weird things are going on in West Virginia that makes people want to believe in Mothman.
It's all the accidents.
It's all the accidents. I like Mothman. Being from Pennsylvania, the Jersey Devil's also a fun one. I found out that Ohio's only cryptid is just a frog person.
One of Florida's is the swamp something.
Swamp Thing?
Not swamp thing. That's DC.
Is it the Swamp Witch?
No,
Or am
not
I
the
thinking-
swamp witch. It's
Swamp
I think
Ass?
it's like a swamp sloth or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's just swampy. It's just swampy Bigfoot. It's funny how many of them is just Bigfoot. It's just all Bigfoot. It's just really they saw a big hairy guy in the woods
Blast
while
him.
they were drunk off their ass, and it's like, oh hey, that's a cryptid. No, it's Larry from down the street. But
Blasting, he's within range of him, so ignoring your cover.
okay. Sorry, Mothman or him?
Himst.
Himst.
Oh,
Okay.
can I see Mothman? Oh no, because Frank.
Oh right.
Because Frank blocks line of sight.
Mm-hmm. You could see him, but Frank will give me cover.
No, Frank blocks line of sight with how big he is.
Oh yeah, but you can still You can still trace around him.
I guess.
You can still go base to base, but he will provide cover.
But no, I'm gonna try to go for the kill.
That's fair. That is fair.
So is Flatwoods Monster in Fallout 76?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
They
that has to be in there.
in 76, it's actually one of the Zayton aliens. So the aliens
Oh.
from the Fallout lore, which the Zaytons are from the in-universe dude that does Scientology.
Oh God. What is his name?
Tom Cruise?
No,
Well, yeah,
that
but
guy,
not-
but the guy
not
that
the-
invented Scientology. But they're the Hubologists believe in the Zaytons is the same way as the Scientology
Okay. It's
whatever
for those of you who are not tracking, all of Fallout is
a meme.
it's a meme, but it's what's the word?
Satire?
Satire. It's all satire.
It's all satire.
If you didn't pick that up, I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you.
Needing a 5 to hit you.
Okay. Needing a 5. That's a crit.
2 armor breaks, 3 damage.
Goes through my armor. I only have 2 armor, so he is exploded.
First blood, I get a point, right?
No, you get
Aww.
no.
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 Still not cheating. And then he
Okay.
activated, but I took away an activation for you, which is good for me.
Okay. Yeah, that is good for you. Run it one more time. What is blank again?
Blank is search.
Search. He's half decent at search, I think. Because I think right now I just want to stall.
Scott, what are your cultists good at?
Not much.
Not much.
Here's what they're good at. All right, I'm going to activate him.
Uh-huh.
Did I activate him last turn? I think I lost him because he matches with the trees. The camouflage worked. I did the camouflage. I forgot he was there. Okay, we're gonna do him.
Maybe orcs do have something on camouflage just works.
Sometimes it just works. I'm gonna crawl a crusade.
Oh no!
All of my models get to move orange towards somebody, which works for me. So we're ending closer there. Ending closer here.
Right, meow.
Right there. Right, meow. Okay.
So have you guys heard of the 10 killer octopus?
The what?
The 10
No.
killer octopus.
Scott, can I see through this
Yes.
this guy? Cool, I'm gonna Overwatch.
That is.
I'm within 2 green.
Fair. That is a movement.
Because there is a claim that no cryptid will ever beat the 10 killer octopus. Which I have never heard of until now.
What is that? Google it. Put it on. Oh, you can put it on the screen. We can see what it is.
Oh, heck yeah. Another black.
Okay. That was my crusade.
It is apparently a large octopus creature living in 10 killer
And if there
Ulaga?
Huh?
if there is a cover penalty, I'm ignoring at least a cover penalty.
Yeah.
People in Oklahoma think that an octopus is drowning people.
In Oklahoma?
Yes.
Brennan, Oklahoma isn't a real place.
I don't believe
Stop
it.
trying to make Oklahoma up.
And this test is at a -2, so I need a 5 for this.
Already.
Because it's just innately a -2 to do this reactionary shoot.
Yep. All right, that
I
hits.
hit 2 armor breaks and an extra damage.
For how much?
For it'd be 4 total.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. Let me double check. Because I'm pretty sure Frank's gun is better than everyone else's.
Right.
But we never know. Oh, for 3 damage because
3
of the
damage.
extra damage.
Okay, he has ritual armor, which is only 2, but you have 2 armor break.
Yes.
So,
You
yeah,
take 3 damage.
I take 3 damage. He is down to 3.
Yeef.
Yeah.
That was a good Overwatch.
That was a good job. All right.
Good
I'm
job,
gonna do an
Enclave.
activation. Double-barreled shotguns are slow firing, so I'm going to reset that. Fire with him. I'm going to shoot him in the head because he's right there.
Okay.
Try to knock you down a peg, right? Double-barrel shotgun.
Trying to get rid of my armor?
Yeah.
Which, for those of you that don't know Fallout like mechanics in like Fallout 4, your armor can break after it takes a bunch of damage. Same with this. So my Enclave power armor after I take my endurance. I don't think a 7 hits.
No. I needed a 4.
And it's slow firing, so you can't do it again.
That is correct. There's a special thing I can get that I can instantly reload it, but yeah, no, that didn't happen. All right, well,
But,
they did that. He's
how-
going to
Run away!
run away. So he's gonna hide behind the vertibird.
But how the armor works for power armor is once I take my endurance and damage, it breaks.
Whatever bonus endurance that the armor gives you, it breaks.
So yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
and then I just don't get because right now all my dudes other than Frank Horrigan get a +1 to whatever damage he's throwing at me.
Mhm.
So I will always at least block 1 damage.
Mhm. All right. Well, go ahead.
This is a toughie.
Yeah, it's a tough situation right here. Tough toenails, Binky. Tough toenails.
Okay, well, on the topic of cryptids,
Yeah.
Yes.
have you guys ever heard of the dildo monster of Dildo Pond?
No, Joe.
What is
thinking
the
that,
dildo
at least a
monster?
PG-13
No.
stream.
I need to know what this
Tell
monster
me
is.
about the dildo monster of Dildo Pond. Where the hell is Dildo Pond?
It is in Blaketown, Newfoundland. This
Okay.
dildo monster is apparently 50 feet long, first sighted in 1950.
Okay.
And the evidence given to support the existence of the dildo monster is that the residents claim that within half a year it had eaten all of their fish.
Why is the dildo monster eating fish?
Hungry is 50 feet long. You know the metabolism on that thing?
I guess.
How long is a blue whale?
Too big. Too damn big.
Blue whales eat a lot? If it's just a pond, how much?
I activated him and just double moved.
Okay, how much food can there actually be in a pond? Or
Blue whales are like 70 feet long, so
Yeah,
that's
and
pretty
blue-
comparable to a.
blue whales
Dildo
eat a lot.
monster.
See?
I guess, yeah.
Well,
I don't actually know the physical description of this dildo monster, but
it's kind of hard to Google.
I was going to say, is there...
Kids- Kids, do not Google that.
I don't
Google,
think there's
I'm
any
feeling
kids
lucky.
watching this.
Do not. Children, do not.
Can we get the dildo monster on screen right now?
You could, actually. You could actually use the Mini of the Week. You could save the image, put in Mini of the Week. I don't know if you can change it before switching to it.
I don't want to mess anything up.
Okay, that's fair.
That's valid.
That's
But
fair.
while we're
That's-
talking about, like, relative, like, cryptids, it'd be nice to, like, kind of show, like,
Yeah.
at least the Fallout versions of the cryptids that we're talking about, like the Flatwoods monster, and there's the Grafton monster, which is like a...
search.
No, that's lame.
Nope, I do not succeed.
Yeah, I told you, that's lame.
I don't have anything to buff that, right? No. Nope, I do not.
So you had to move and do that?
Nuts. Yeah, I had to move and do that.
What other cryptids are in Fallout?
There is the Goat Squatch.
There is Goat Squatch. There's a couple that they made up, right? I don't think all of
No,
them
the Goat
are...
Squatch is actually one.
What? Okay. Okay.
It's another it's a goat that's Bigfoot. But in the game, it's a goat that's a Deathclaw.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, and like that is kind of a funny take, right? Because so in theory, going into this after the bombs, they would still have their folklore, right? And they're using that folklore to try and explain all these things that the radiation are creating. Okay, I get it now. That's kind of fun. All right. I need to get Fallout 76 once the summer sale starts.
It's still kind of rough to play. I will tell you, I've played the game on and off since launch, and it's a rough game. But if you can customize the world to how you want it to be, then it's a little better.
Yeah, like if we did that, I would definitely want to make a private server for us, right? Oh gosh, they're coming. Oh Lord, they're coming. All right.
I'm doing my
So
best
do you
to
have a
hide.
favorite, or did you just find your favorite cryptid?
I mean, that's a pretty neat one.
No,
The
very
dildo
The
monster?
dildo monster.
Yeah. There's the Grafton monster. It was like a failed FEV experiment, so it's just a
Okay.
big pound of flesh.
Okay.
The Flatwoods monster, like we talked about, is a Zayton, so the alien race that's in Fallout. The Jersey Devil is in it, but you have to go somewhere else. Not that they're...
You have to go to Jersey, and who wants to do that?
No one.
Did you double move?
Yes, I did
Okay.
double move.
Who are these left to activate? Himst? Okay, well, we'll go here. I'm going to try to search. Let me see what his search is, so feel free to keep yapping.
They've added... they have the sloths, like the giant sloths.
Okay, 5. Hey, I get it. Okay. So, we have a point.
Do you score that immediately?
Yep, I scored immediately, and you can keep scoring it until... I think it was a critical failure. Let me double check that before I lie to you.
Turn 2.
Turn
3.
3. It's turn 3.
Oh, it
Sorry.
is turn 3.
Turn
My bad.
3. Yeah.
And score is currently 3-4.
I believe so.
Yep, it's now 3-4. Okay, so you
Nobody
can
has
keep...
done anything in so long that I have lost track. Too bad.
Sorry, I just got a point. It's up to 4 now. Okay, but if you roll an X, that means you can't do it for the rest of the turn. But you can keep having people farm.
Oh, okay. Did not
Um,
know that. So I could have just been... So I'm just going to go towards that one and have all 4 of them
Yeah,
just...
that's why I need to have this force here kind of harassing you, right?
Scott, Espresso Cleric is wondering if Mothman has an appropriate amount of cake.
No.
Sorry, babe, not this one. Well, maybe. His wings are hiding it, so you can't really tell, like, how much is behind
it's
the
hard
booty.
to tell.
So it could be caked up.
I mean, his thorax is a
Thorax.
decent
It's got a
size.
pretty thick thorax. Pretty thick around the thorax region,
A
right?
little thick.
Little
And the fun thing about Mothman, there's several different types of Mothman in Fallout. There's like the wise Mothman who's a pacifist. Which Mothman is the one that you're running?
I'm just running regular old Mothman, so he's a bit more of a tanky beat stick. While Wise Mothman is like a buff debuff tank.
And he cannot fight, right?
He can't fight. He has no means to fight. He doesn't have the skill. Not allowed. All right, your move, good sir.
I'm going to attempt to lockpick.
Okay, good luck.
Back to your question, Scott. I mean, it's really generic, but I've always kind of been around.
Success! We're tied 4-4 now.
Ooh. I've always been around Bigfoot country.
That is fair.
Going to school, especially in the Pacific Northwest.
I'm actually doing a lot better on the little secondary things.
Mm.
Oh, and I've activated to where I could have seen this. What's the 5?
That's melee.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yes, it's very prevalent in the Pacific Northwest. And then also made a cameo in Red Dead Redemption as a very sad and lonely, borderline suicidal creature.
Oh, why is it so sad?
It's the only one left.
Well, after you murdered his family.
Yes.
Oh my god! So you're the reason he's sad.
The El Chupacabra is also in it.
Yes,
Is it? Okay, I haven't played Red Dead Redemption.
Chupacabra is interesting because a lot of times Chupacabra is just a mangy coyote in real life.
Yeah.
So,
Did you go? Or are you out of?
Yeah, I'm out of
activation?
activation.
Okay, I'm gonna go with him.
I'm gonna attempt a search.
It's
a search.
Search. Okay. I think it was a 4.
Auto fail, but you get an action.
Okay. Let me just double check what his actions are because
I think it's a move, isn't it?
Nope, he just has ready, but I need to search again. So, nope, he needs a 4. So he's just standing
All right,
there
that's
menacingly.
That's honestly been there longer than I thought. I thought the computer was going to hold you up,
Yes,
like it did yesterday.
because I only have 2 guys that can use computer. You've now shot one of them. The other one is my leader. Normally, computer is an intelligence-based thing. However, his is luck. He just gets lucky with using computer. Which is
He's just pounding on the buttons.
which we've all met that person, right? Where you don't know how they're operating a computer, but somehow they are not well, but doing everything wrong. It's still my turn. What am I doing? He's gone. But yeah, sorry, babe. No cake on this one.
No
I can
cake.
hope one. I can sculpt it. I can get some green stuff and just.
so it's disappointing.
Yeah, I know.
Shame.
Shine. All right. Let me see what the cultist prospects range is.
God, I
I
really
guess
want
the
you to.
Kraken counts as a cryptid, right?
I guess
Yeah.
technically. I guess
That's like more of a foreign cryptid, like it's mythos.
Would you call it illegal?
We're not going to go there.
we're not unpacking that. Oh, his range is red. Close range is red, so that's not close. But
I originally wanted to be a cephalopod biologist as a kid, so I always really liked giant squid, kraken kind of stuff.
For it not being a very good movie, the Clash of the Titans movie, the most modern one,
all right, I'm just gonna shoot Frank twice.
I
in
like the
face.
design of the Kraken only because I thought the head looked like a locust drone from Gears of War.
Nerd.
Yeah, I love Gears of War.
All right, I need a 4.
I thought about doing a conversion of Gene Stealer Cult with
Need
the
a 4.
locusts.
Oh, that'd be fun. All right, I hit. It is 2 damage. Yeah, it's 2 damage, so don't roll a 1.
I
Or
want
do a
to
roll.
one.
Oh, okay, that's fair. You do want to roll a 1.
Nope, I pass.
Nope, you block it. Okay. That should be all my activations.
Okay.
All right.
I have 5. Do you count as having only 5?
I still have 6. I
Still
forgot
have
about
6.
this guy.
Very
He's
good.
hiding in the woods.
So I still get to choose. I'll go first again.
Okay. I'm gonna we have a little bit of a cinematic thingy going on here. So let me turn on the hand cam.
The Enclave are slowly taking over the Vertibird.
Switching to hand cam. Behold, the lack of cake.
Behold the lack of cake.
He's waiting around the corner. But here is everyone ready to bring him pain. We got a friend. We got some friends over here.
I don't know if they'll
Got
last
some
long.
friends hiding here. But yeah, no, he's about to bring the hurt. So I just need to try and get as many points as I can before he murderizes me. Puts holes in my faces that aren't supposed to be there.
And in the great words of Sean, who has been on the channel,
We're good if you want to.
you can't score points if your opponent can't score points if they're dead.
That is true. That is very true. Okay. Oh, let me get rid of these guys. Boop boop.
Yep.
So back to what are the cultists good for? Even in the games, they didn't even drop good weapons.
No.
No.
It's always like shitty, like low tier weapons because
That's like
they're cultists and don't have
Pipe
technology.
rifles, and I think at best I've gotten a combat rifle from cultists in 76.
Yeah, I think.
Well, I guess their sacrificial dagger in 76 is still okay.
The cultist dagger in this is pretty mean.
That's kind of busted.
It can just ignore armor. However, I'm trying to pink off his blast wound before I start diving at him. Is what I'm trying to do.
That's when
but-
he's the most deadly, though.
I know. That's why I'm like, click him down. Everybody charge him to try to just like burn through that.
Yeah,
But
they are essentially fodder.
yeah. Are we getting
All hail Mothman.
all hail Mothman? Are we getting lore updates from chat?
Not necessarily.
Okay. From Brendan,
No, he's back to work.
nerd,
Yeah.
working for a living. But you know, if you want to help Brendan not work, please be sure to like and subscribe. It lets us know you like the content, and helps us getting closer to being able to help support this financially. Right now, this is all out of pocket, so we do really appreciate your guys' continued support and the continued interactions you guys have with the channel. And oh, I forgot to mention, we do have a Discord. So if you guys have not joined the Discord, feel free. It's in the description below. Come and join us. We're hanging out. We do have a weekly. We're moving to like mini of the week. So we show off people's minis. We hang out. We send tips to each other. We send memes and pet pics.
We drink. I mean, what?
drink. Well, it's kind of hard to drink on a channel.
No, it's not.
Okay, fair.
I do it all the time.
That's fair. That's fair. All right, what are you doing though? What are you doing?
I'm kind of debating right now.
Okay, what are you debating about? What you thinking, bud?
I think I might activate here and try to do that objective.
Okay. What is 3 again? 3 is
A presence or
Okay.
whatever the
presence, yeah. Like the
Enclave soldier. I'm not going to do that with
yeah,
it.
this is definitely a lot less bloody than last night's game. So
Our last night's game was only bloody after we once it got to turn 6.
fair.
I mean, I've taken a lot less damage than last night's game.
Oh yeah, I haven't.
But I'm also using the terrain to my best.
advantage. I haven't
advantage.
been able to just bring things to bear. I need to jump you, I think, though. Otherwise, you're going to start running away with the points.
He's gonna blast him instead.
Gonna blast this guy?
Yep.
Okay.
And I have straight line of sight.
Okay.
And there's an Enclave trooper next
So
to him,
you
so
ignore
ignoring
the
cover.
Okay. All right. Well, hit me. Hit me.
That's the plan.
Come on, hit me. I want you to hit me.
Where's the white die?
Come on.
Are you hoarding the dice?
Oh,
Again?
sorry.
Again? Can you believe what I'm working with over here?
I'm sorry.
I can believe it. I've known Scott.
So I get yellow,
Okay.
another black, and a green. Yeah, so Enclave, most people don't get this much dice for rolling in this game. The Enclave, they hold hands and just go, "Yep, I'll buff you, bro." It's again their Enclave training.
Mm-hmm.
They're trained military professionals
Mm-hmm.
because we all know how good the military is.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you. Thank you for your service. Thank you.
Get that,
Thank you.
get that away from me. We all know how organized and well trained they are.
Oh gosh, you really get big in dice cam. All right.
Big dice.
Big dice.
All right, hitting on a 7.
Hey, you hit.
Hits, 2 armor breaks,
What's the damage?
2 damage.
Okay, it should be 6 health. Yeah, so he's down to 4.
And then I'm going to shoot you again.
That's rude. That's rude. Have you considered not being so rude?
No, I'm going to kill you.
What are you doing in my holler?
To kill you.
Why? Why you like
Enclave.
this? Why you my holler?
We're taking back
I-
America.
You can buy
Make America great.
Oh, you stupid dice.
We do not support any political parties in this. That was just a joke because the Enclave, that's kind of their spiel in the game,
Yeah.
is they're trying to rebuild America back to what it was pre-war.
I support the New Republic of California.
They're
I do
actually,
like
they're
that
not
too.
one of the bad ones. They just make you pay a lot of taxes.
I like the
Which,
flag.
yeah, that's fine. They have to support a military, right?
Oh, apparently not anymore. Spoilers for Fallout show if you haven't
They
seen
don't have
it.
a military. They just don't have a capital. Legally distinct.
Needing 7 again.
Okay.
All Sacramento is
Hit.
not really a capital.
Armor break, extra damage, so it'll be 3 damage, 1 armor break.
Okay. If I roll a 1, I block. Nope.
No.
All right. So I take 2 damage. I'm down to 1.
3 damage.
Oh, sorry, 3 damage. Yep. Down to 1. That's what I meant. Down
You
to 1.
still, we got there with the same math somehow.
How I got through graduate school, I don't know.
Don't you work on space stuff?
I do. I do.
Don't you have to do a lot of math for that?
I do. I do. Well, I have Excel do that for me. Hence,
Okay.
hence the scorecard, right? Yeah, it's like, you eventually reach a level where you just start overthinking. Okay, maybe this is just my anxiety talking. Eventually reach a level where you just overthink the simple things. Like, no, it can't be that easy. How can 2 + 2 just equal 4? Oh, it just does.
It just
Oh.
does.
So there is a 90-page proof of why 1 + 1 = 2. So it's possible to overthink anything. So I'm not the worst at this. Whoever that guy was. Okay, he's gonna suicide charge, I guess.
Who, Mothman or him?
This guy.
Oh.
Going in. Yep.
Sweet.
He charged in, so because he charged, he gets a bonus of either a black or a green. Going to add a black die. And he also gets an additional green because he has a spooky mask on.
Oh.
So green, black, and he has a cultist dagger, which gives me a
Oh, those are scary.
blue, I want to say.
Now, question.
Yes.
Would the damage spill over to the next model, or would it just be dead, done?
I don't know. I'm going to assume, let's say dead done.
Okay.
No.
No
But if
spill
chat,
over.
if any of you guys
Yeah,
have
if
actually
anyone-
played this game and know.
Yeah,
let me
if
know.
any one of you guys know, please let us know.
I
And then
didn't
we'll
think
play
about
it like that.
Did I hit?
Maybe?
Hey, I did. I hit, and I ignore your armor, and I kill you.
Okay.
So Filthy Frank is reset. He's now 2. Yes,
Boy.
2 whole luck.
I'm just going to go ahead and leave 2 here
Yep.
because he's just going to get 2 back.
And you get rid of your slow and your stun.
Correct. That's what I was hoping for.
All right. And now Mothman can start wailing on you, hopefully.
And now, Frank is in his peak.
Peak Frankage right now.
So do we want to talk about the show
Yeah, we can
And
talk about the
how-
show.
and how it completely blew away a lot of expectations? for
Correct.
Fallout Attitude?
I had no
Mhm.
hope for it when I first saw trailers for it. I was like, they're going to do something absolutely dumb and not be very accurate to how the world feels in the games. And they completely blew my expectations out of the water. And I only have one issue with the show, and it's with the NCR.
Oh, well, so what was your issue with the NCR, though?
That's kind of a spoiler-ish thing if they haven't seen the show.
How long has the show been out?
I don't think long enough to avoid.
Is it a year?
I think it's been at least a year or 2, but
Yeah,
I'd go with the 5-year rule for that
Okay.
kind of thing for me
okay.
personally.
Okay, that's fair. That is fair.
If you haven't seen it in at least 5 years, then I have no
can't
pity
help
for you.
Yeah, Snape kills Dumbledore.
I still remember the videos of people going to Books A Million and Barnes and
Mhm.
Noble and yelling Snape kills Dumbledore at the people waiting at the waiting at the book releases, and seeing that I go, I don't want to be that guy.
I think in the Fallout show, the thing that really kind of sold me on it was when the guy was fucking the other guy's chickens.
Of course, that was.
Well, okay, 'cause
that was
the thing is, with Fallout, like you said, it's a satire thing,
correct.
Mhm.
and they really don't like taking themselves too serious.
No.
And when they put that in there, I was like, okay, cool. This is actually
This-
made by people that like Fallout.
This is actually Fallout. This
Yeah.
is just Fallout. And just random goofy things happening. This is just Fallout.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Things where you're sitting there in the game, you're like, what the hell was that?
Me, literally every time, I was like, huh?
Thought I had
Who was this?
better charisma than what I do.
Huh. You don't have much chaw?
Nah,
Don't
so
know how
I'm
to
just gonna
raise.
go ahead, activate Frank. He's gonna punch.
Yep, that's fair. Don't whiff.
That's the plan. Frank hits on a 10.
Yep. Yep. So you can't fail unless you roll an X.
And then if I get the cog, I get to punch you again.
He has 1 hit point left.
Yeah, but I can punch again.
Okay. All right.
Do you think I care?
I hope so. Well,
Frank's nice.
yeah, again, thank you guys for joining us. This is our Saturday side quest where we get to try out other games we don't normally get to. We're going to put a vote on the Discord. Is probably the more fair way to do it, as per what Joe said. We're going to put a vote on the Discord to decide what next month is going to be. Right now, we're considering Middle-earth strategy battle
Well,
game,
actually-
which is Lord of the Rings. Warhammer 40K
I've actually
Kill
been
Team.
rolling Frank's melee wrong. Not that it's been in this game, but previously I hit on an 8.
Cheater.
Why do
that was
you hit on an 8?
Because it is with the blade. It's on his.
Oh.
It's on his perception, not his
Wow.
strength. Whereas every other melee attack
Whoa,
for the
cheated.
Enclave is on strength.
Why?
But does the extra damage still go off of the strength
Extra
characteristic?
damage still
Okay.
goes off of strength. If your strength is 7 or higher, you get +1 damage. So don't whip it. What was I saying? But yeah, we're considering Middle-earth strategy battle game, which is Lord of the Rings. They just
I
came out with the new
Critically
edition.
hit.
Kill Team, you jerk. And Bolt Action, which is a World War II historical game. Every time we're trying to get like sci-fi, fantasy, historical. However, we only own one historical between all of us, so maybe we need to reconsider that.
Broken arm, stun, armor break, 4 damage.
He's dead. Alrighty.
And then even with a -2, I'm going to Rudy to shoot Moth.
Okay. Alright, you're gonna be blasted.
Should be within short.
Should be. What was your short again? Red?
Red.
Okay, I don't know how I got a hold of this.
How did you steal it? You stealer!
We
That's-
have
That's fair.
Malachi Cottrell in the chat saying, "Hi guys, it's been a minute since I could watch a bit of live stream, and it's finally Fallout."
Yes.
It's finally Fallout.
Hi, Malachi.
Hi, Malachi. Hope you're doing well in...
You fucking
Ohio?
nerd. Yeah, he's in Ohio. He's not doing well. It's Ohio.
Your only cryptid is a frog person. Do better.
Rolling a crit, do I get 2 of the actions for hitting someone or no? How does...
Yes.
Because I'm just going to crit Mothman then, if that's the case.
Yep, that is fair. That is fair. I think that's how that works. If not, we'll fix it in next time we play this.
So it's going to be 4 energy, automatically 2 armor breaks, and then I get to roll these dice.
Okay.
So extra damage, no bottles. So
So
5 energy, 2 armor break.
Okay. I'll take 4 damage because I have 1 hardened armor. So it's down to 6.
That was excellent.
That was pretty good.
Malachi says we have Bigfoot, which I feel like every state has.
It's
That
basic,
doesn't count.
Bigfoot's
You're-
basically everywhere. You're not
Yeah.
special.
Yeah. You just have a frog person.
And they do admit that it does suck.
I warned you. I know why you had to leave. But still, I warned you about Ohio.
It's terrible. Why? Come back.
Come back to me. It's almost easy.
I need a tenant. Come back.
How many wounds does Frank 2 have?
6
6 wounds.
with 4 armor. Immune to red.
6 wounds, 4 armor, 6 wounds. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to do the guerrilla warfare nonsense again. So,
Gonna charge in.
gonna flap in your face a whole bunch and mildly annoy you.
Yeah, well, I mean, we have had a moth epidemic here in Colorado. It's that time of year again. Really, I was just inspired by the combat tactics of all the freaking moths I run into.
They haven't been that bad this year. I feel like last year was way worse.
I feel like I've only seen like one moth, like total this year.
Huh.
All right, I'm going to scream in your face.
No,
Screaming in your face.
there's still a yellow die in the.
Screaming in your face. I need a 7.
That's 7.
First hit.
Stars.
Stars doesn't do anything. Like,
Okay.
it's 2 damage. We'll roll 1.
Stars. Good.
Okay. Second attack.
Misses.
That does miss. Okay, we reset the armor pen. Third attack.
Misses.
Misses. Fourth attack.
Misses.
What the heck?
Oh, you're getting my rolls from last night.
Fifth attack. Okay, that hits. It slows you,
Okay.
and that's unfortunate because I didn't get a action surge.
I automatically block 1.
Yeah, you block 1, so you're good. But you're still slowed. So it does. That's the main thing I was trying to accomplish was the slow. Okay.
Frank in this state now will move from red to yellow and
Yep.
then green to red for charges.
Yep. So it slows you down a bit. That's the main thing I was trying to do, and I think I have to. Okay. Yeah, it does have to be a. Let's use a charge bonus.
If I kill Mothman, I just win the game, right?
No.
The cultists just all run away
No.
because they're
No, I
god
have to
dead.
avenge our god. Okay. Well, you can go while I look up something.
I was actually about to go grab some more water.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm just gonna check charge bonus real quick.
Excuse me.
Uh,
They're all in here.
Okay, so yeah, only for a close combat attack. That's what I thought. All right. Well, Mothman went. I was hoping I would get my bonus attack, and then I would hit him, and then I can just get out of dodge. Which is hopefully how that. I think I might have messed that up, but it's fine. I was hoping there's like 2 of these on. There's 2 bonus action ones. No, 3 of them on this D20. So like my probability was pretty good, but whoopsie, it's fine. All right, Jeff, what are you doing? What are you doing today? What are you doing?
Oh, you're staying put.
Yep, I couldn't do. I have to punch you to do the hit and run.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
I was wondering if you brought mothballs.
Should have.
I got cotton balls under the table. If that works.
You guys ever smelled mothballs?
It's not great.
No, they're not
No,
good.
no. Maybe we're part moth. Maybe the Mothman was in our heart all along.
Are you prepared on the sniper at all?
Nope. I had to move into position. I don't know if I can actually get shots over here, so I might just need to jump out a window. His activation.
Don't you have to go downstairs first?
I can jump out a window. It'll take damage, but
Would the damage be worth it?
it
Because
wouldn't
then
kill
it
him.
also brings him closer to.
Right. It wouldn't kill him, but I don't know if you have a reason to come over here right now.
I always have a reason.
Okay. Tell me
Oh.
why.
Tell me why.
Ain't nothing but
And then we have to cut off there.
because copyright reasons. We respect musical copyrights here.
There.
Okay.
And then.
Okay. That's rude. That was rude.
Well, because his ability lets me ignore penalties to shooting into combat.
Yep, it sure does.
Let's see what's happening down there, Scott.
Nothing good. So Mothman is currently trying to tie up Filthy Frank over here. I guess we can switch the hand cam so we can better see this, right?
Yeah, it's kind of crunched up.
A little
Yeah, it's
crunched
a
up.
little crunched up in there, and
Yeah. So, Mothman jumped Frank in hopes that he would like hit him and then just go away, do a little hit and run. But I didn't get to do any melee attacks because I got cocky. So he's tied up with this, and now all these guys are going to go rock me and shoot him in the head.
oh, actually, Frank is immune to all status effects right now.
You jerk.
Yes, so I'm not slowed.
Okay, there goes that plan.
I forgot that from here on out, he's immune to all status effects.
All right, noted.
Hey Scott, where are your cultists at?
There's one here, here, two here, and one in the building.
There's still a good chunk of
Two
them.
there. It is still kind of dark though.
Where is it dark at? I can't.
It's like a
see.
little dark on the.
Yeah.
We're just we're trying to figure out how to do better, right? Hold on. Does that help? That kind of helps.
Yeah, but this is the.
I'm gonna go with activate him. His rapid fire weapon, or his slow fire weapon, the opposite of rapid fire, resets. He is going to peek around the corner and try to shoot you in the face.
Shoot who in the face?
This guy in the face.
Why him?
Because he's there, he hasn't activated yet, so I'm hoping I can maybe like break his armor or something.
Would I get cover? like
I'd
half
be
of the
touching
bottle.
the cover though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's
Touch
just your face can't see me.
He can crouch. He's got legs. He can do a little squatting.
Are we saying I can touch this and shoot through then?
If you can still draw line of sight, still like see.
I don't know about that. I don't really care.
You happy?
Yes.
You happy? Not behind this little pylon thing? Okay. Alright, I'm gonna shoot you in the face. Double barrel shotgun.
I will be as anal as I want to be
No.
until I don't want to be.
Oh. Alright, I need a 4 to shoot you.
No.
Well, 9.
No.
Okay. Okay. That makes it a 6, so nope, that is not enough unless one of my surges does that.
Yeah, no shooty again.
Does not.
Because you're a slow shooter.
It sure is. Alright, your turn.
Well, I mean, I feel like I might just have to return the favor.
I mean, that's fair. He is down to 3.
Yeah,
I'll the die.
keep firing, assholes. I feel like that's just I keep referencing Spaceballs here.
Well, I mean, there's a new one coming out now.
yes,
so.
yes, there is. May the Schwartz be with you. Also,
Schwartz be with you. I'm actually low key kind of excited for that. It might be good.
after how the new History of the World was, I'm like, I don't know.
Oh, was there a new History of the World?
It was like a series instead of a movie.
Huh.
But it did have the guy that played Guillermo from What We Do in the Shadows.
Oh, we like him. All right, he's funny.
I haven't fully seen it. I've just seen clips, and I'm like, but I'll probably give it a shot eventually because clips aren't the whole show.
Right.
This is the Tesla Trooper.
Little Tesla over there. Little Tesla action.
So what are your guys'
How much
predictions?
health does he have left, actually?
He has 3.
What are your guys' predictions on when the next solo Fallout game is going to come out?
Ooh,
Never,
that's
since
a-
the newest Elder Scrolls isn't even...
It is even in new.
Yeah. Though I am hopeful with the new like Elder Scrolls Oblivion
I'm
remaster.
going to charge you,
Okay.
do an energy damage.
Okay. I'm hoping that means we'll get a Fallout 3 remaster. That would be nice.
And then what
I
does...
like Fallout. I like Fallout 3. I would like to see a remaster of it.
What does charging give me again?
Either a green or a black.
I will take a green since I already have 2 black to the...
All right.
That
I would rather them not do a remaster because I want them to actually
being a
work
7.
on main series.
But my strength
Continuation.
is 8, so it's going to be +1 to the damage of this.
Yep.
His is actually on agility.
All right. But yeah, because 76 came out a couple years ago now. Okay, auto
Sweet.
pass, and it surges, so you get to do a bonus action after this.
That's just prepare.
Okay, that's fair.
But that will be a total 4 damage with an armor break. 4 physical.
I don't think he. Oh, I don't think I gave him any bonuses to his armor. I did not.
He's dead.
They can't block enough to not die. Okay.
I'm
All
punching
right.
people away now.
Okay, let's see. Things are looking bleak. Little idiot, you just have him to go with, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Which I'm thinking I probably will start trying to do the search action. What is my search action?
Okay. I'm gonna go
These
with
idiots.
the cultist leader. Cultist leader's gonna go. The high priest is what he's actually called. High priest is going to attempt to search. He needs a 5.
My searches are 3s.
Yes. All right, cool. All right, auto succeed. I get a point. I'm now up to 5.
5 to 5. Right?
Okay.
No.
5 to 4.
5 to 4.
5 to 4.
Who just got a point?
I did.
Scott.
Scott got a point.
All right, I'm gonna search again. Hopefully not get a critical. All right, 6. Let's go. Let's go. All right, that is me. Go ahead.
I'm going to move there.
Oh gosh.
Hiding behind the vertibird still.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to attempt to search on a 3-up.
Okay.
No.
Nope. All right.
And that's me activated
That is
out.
all of your activations. I'm going to go with the Wraithwing. Wraithwing's going to come up here. And I'm going to try to flame-o, hot man.
No. No.
Nuts. It would be long range.
Haha, you fool.
Oh, I think it's still worth it because I can set you on fire, and that'll be funny. So we're going to try and set you on fire because that works pretty well. And I haven't done
Aw.
much damage to you.
You're
Ha.
outside of Frank's aura
Nerd.
-2.
Nerd. Okay.
What?
So,
Oh, would that have affected your, that would have affected your cultist there.
oh,
Because
yep.
it wasn't an attack on Frank.
Yep, you're right. All right, that was on us. Where'd
We're
the white
slowly
die?
doing.
Give me the white die.
No, it's mine.
And this should also be round 4, I think. Right?
Yes.
Yeah,
We're
round
get-
4.
We're getting pretty close to the end.
Well, yeah, like I said, this is a quicker game.
I think the cultists are still going to win because just the power armor guys aren't the objective doers for the Enclave. There's like Enclave trainees and stuff that are like designed for doing the objectives and like scientists for doing like the computer actions.
All right. So I hit you, and I do 3 physical, and you catch fire.
No!
Everybody
That
would think orange catches fire, but
is the Enclave trooper, so regular Enclave armor. And it's physical damage, yes?
yes, sir.
Okay. No armor break.
No armor break, just flames.
And how much damage?
3, sir.
3. So if I roll a 3, I take no damage. If I roll a 2, I take no damage.
Correct. All right, you take
I
all
take
damage,
1
and you're on
damage.
fire, which that helps me.
He is down to 8.
All right.
I need 1 more die for...
Oh,
I was about to say,
Sorry.
I don't think you're using those
D6.
dice.
Like I thought you were asking for one of the weird.
No.
proprietary dice. Okay.
D6.
Fair. All right, I have 1 more activation left, and it's this little idiot. I think I need to tie you up.
I think you might get priority next.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So yes, I would. 5. I still have him.
He's within
And
red.
it's orange, not.
Orange.
Yep.
As opposed to the light orange.
Right.
I swear.
We would be tied, so I would get priority because you had priority
Yes.
last, though. All right.
So
here's what we're
Mothman
gonna
could punch and run away.
I could. I think.
And then
that's
get
what I
charged by
need.
Frank.
I need to. Unfortunately, I can only do the runaway when I charge.
Oh.
Yeah. So this is pretty bad for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna
I like.
charge with. Ooh, no, I can't charge with that guy. I don't have enough
Nope.
move. I just have a pipe pistol on him. Oh man.
I believe.
All right, I'm going to try and do this search. I need a 4.
Yep.
Just try to secure some points.
Nope.
Nope. We'll try again. Hey,
Yes.
I did it. All right, I got a point. And he can prepare.
Yeah,
He's got an action
I think you're
surge.
going to start blowing me out the water. But we'll still roll it out till it finishes.
Yeah.
I'm just going to see how much of you I can kill at this point. Because I don't think with my low searching and charisma at this point, I mean, going here I could do.
Right.
I
That's
can't. I
amazing.
can still catch up. It's just a lot harder.
All right, I should be at 7 now.
Yes.
Yep.
7 points?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Those are numbers.
I
Those
know,
are
I'm getting
numbers.
All right. Then we're going to go with them, and they're going to jump out a window.
You get to activate twice?
She hasn't activated yet.
Didn't you activate, just do that guy's activation?
Yeah.
To score a point?
Yeah. I'm going with her.
Oh, that was his last activation.
Yeah,
wasn't it? Okay.
yeah. Sorry,
I was
because
confuzzled.
he tested twice. You failed the second one. You failed the first one, rather.
I thought that was the top of the turn activation.
No. That'd be a silly thing to start the turn with. Okay, so she's gonna jump out the building. I am jumping
More than orange.
more than orange, so I take a black die plus 2 damage.
No.
Okay, so I just
so
take 2
2
damage. That
Which-
brings her down to 4.
Oh no. And there's no like on the ground kind of effect.
No, it's just it can kill you dead.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm gonna try to dome them because I can see them.
Okay, it'll be -4 because of all the cover.
Right. Is that the right choice then?
Probably not, but
Probably
it's
not.
also like one of the only other things other than moving, which then you get
Yeah.
closer to me.
That is fair. Yeah, I'll try to do it. Hopefully I can get an action surge out of it maybe. So theirs is 4. I believe they're 4. So I think I would need, I need critical if I want to hit you.
Yeah, you would need the cog or the exclamation point.
Okay, you are in long range. You're at like the threshold, so I
Yeah.
get to pick which one. So I will pick long range. Long range is numbers. That numbers be that's the assault rifle guy who's dead. He's dead, Jim. Hardened sniper rifle. Okay, so boop boop and boop. And I
And
need
the
to
white
get
die.
a 1 or crit. Well, crits are ones.
No.
Okay. What?
Oh.
I get it. So
And then an armor break,
yes. So 1 armor break.
so it takes
And
away the
3
extra
damage.
armor I would have had.
Yep.
So long as I roll a 3 or a 2, I take no
Yep.
damage.
Correct. All right.
Okay, I
you
take
odd
damage.
because you have hardened armor. Okay.
And it'll be 1 more and then the armor breaks.
All right. That should be everything. So, going on to round 5. How you feeling? How you feeling right now, Jeff? How you feeling about things? Yeah, feeling good.
I don't know. I don't think I have enough time to catch up,
Mm.
just with how poor of rolls I have. Not
Oh, wait.
rolls that I've had, but poor rolls of the future of trying to do objectives.
Right. So Mothman can walk away. I can walk away. So we'll see what I can do first.
Can we get a good overview of what's happening on the board right
Yes. Sorry. So, like I said, first I'm doing a skirmish game on stream. Right now, if we go to the overhead, as we can see from the score, Jeff is behind by 4, or behind by 3, rather.
Yes.
So, he still has all of his assets left. I am on to my last 5, so Mothman and then these 4 idiots here. I am currently holding down this objective so I can keep trying to farm it for points. And right now I'm trying to make sure he doesn't knock me off that, because he can pretty much secure these 2 points fairly easily. This guy's on fire, so he's going to slowly die unless he can put the fire out. And I just kind of want to keep Frank occupied if possible, so he doesn't go and eat my lunch. 'Cause
He's
that
going to
would be
eat your
rude.
lunch regardless.
Yeah.
now? Let's get a view on the board.
Hmm?
Let's get a view on the
Oh yeah, let's do a little hand cam action.
More hand cam.
hand cam. All right, hand cam ready.
Hand cam, go.
So yes, as we can see here, Frank is barreling down on Mothman. He's very big. Mothman is not as big compared to him. But he still has all of these Enclave troopers just waiting to wreck me. I am running out of assets. So all we have is this little cultist here, who's just an action monkey, my sniper, who is wounded, the cult leader, and this guy with the flamethrower. Flamethrower might be helpful. We'll see how that goes.
I've yet to extinguish myself in a game yet, so
Yeah. So, yeah, that is the current state of the board. But these next turns will be crucial. I'm just hoping to get enough points to like secure my lead.
Oh, your lead's secured. I have to roll a 3 here on everybody. I have to roll a 3. No, I have to roll basically mostly like 2 below or 3 below. 3 below. This is my best bet to get a point.
Mm-hmm.
But Other than that, I'm kind of screwed on scoring. But again, I still want to punch stuff.
Yeah, you still want to
I want to kill Mothman.
It's not over.
I'm here to send a
not over
message.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Mothman is going to scream in your face.
I am going to try to use my lucky token
Okay.
and try to make you hit worse.
Okay, so luck, it gives him several options. He gets
Can I get a
to...
D6?
Technically, he gets to flip the token. However, it's really small.
And
so we're just
terrible
gonna
to flip.
Roll high-low. High, he gets to either reduce my ability by 2. He gets to increase his ability by 2. He gets to add 1 to his armor roll. Yeah, he has to reduce damage by 1. Or he gets to generate an extra critical point, which is what lets him do his super strong attacks. So he's going to try to make it harder for me to hit him.
Nope.
Nope. Okay, that does spend a luck.
And I've spent it.
Okay.
Spend the
Now...
luck your mother gave you?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
that's sad.
It's
Spend your
okay.
mother's luck.
When we go to the casino, we both lose money at the same time.
All right, Mothman's going to scream in your face 5 times. First time, needing a 7.
She's already lost
Nope.
enough
Instant
money
fail.
on you.
Critical.
Yeah.
All right, 7. Hey, that hits. You're still immune to status effects.
Yes.
And it does 1 damage. So
Ignored.
you don't care. Okay. Third attack.
Hits.
Okay.
Ignoring the status effect.
But you are -1, so don't roll a 4.
Good.
Okay, so he blocks the damage. Fourth attack. Okay, I will get a bonus action.
Nice.
And this is 3 damage.
Ooh.
So
and then,
your armor is now 2.
so I will take damage
You'll
regardless.
take damage regardless.
Yeah.
Okay, so you take 2 damage.
Down to 4.
Okay, and last attack. We hit again. 2 damage. Your armor's down to 1.
Nope.
All right, so you take 2 damage. You are down to
2.
4. I got an action point from that, so I'm going to use that to whack you in the face. So boop. It is 2 black and a blue. Boop. Let's see what happens. Nope. Need a 5 for that. So nothing happens with that. However, comma, I'm going to use my last action. Oh man, do I just commit and scream in your face more? Yeah, actually, I think that's what because I was thinking like, let's get out of Dodge and save Mothman, but
Can I use my lucky again?
yes, it would be a new action.
Yeah, so I'll use my lucky again if that's
Yeah, I'm
what
going
you're going to do.
I'm going to try and scream in your face again. I can't get a bonus melee off of it because I already got one this turn, but
I know that's what that's on. So
all right.
4. So
I need
-2.
I need 5s or less to hit you now instead of 7s. So let's do this again. Second verse, same as the first. Let's go.
I can't wait to cripple Mothman again.
No.
No. That
Okay, I do get
hits.
an action surge. It can't be a melee attack, but I can move with that. So 2 hits. Don't roll a 1.
Good.
Okay. Second attack. Hits again. You're down to armor 3 for 1 damage.
Good.
Okay. Third attack.
Misses.
Misses drastically. So we reset. You're back up to armor 4.
Yep.
Fourth attack. Critical.
Yep.
So,
It's just
yeah,
1.
yeah,
So I block.
You block it. And then last attack. That misses.
Yep.
All right. So I didn't do anything to you with that, but I had an action surge. I can't use it to melee again, but I do have the ability to move with that. So I'm going to move 1 less than my regular speed, which is normally red, so I get to move yellow.
So in regards to
Mothman.
this game, what
Frank's
is the
gonna charge.
infrastructure like? Because you guys are using some like pretty detailed figures.
Green.
Yeah.
Do those come with the game, or do you buy those separately?
So the core set itself, you can get it for like $60, and most like places that are selling not at MSRP, you can get
Oh.
that box for like $60. That comes with
Activated.
enough to run either the survivors or run or run Super Mutants for like 500 caps. We're doing 1,000 caps here.
A little over 1,000 caps.
Yeah, 1,025 because I felt bad he only had 4 models. Um,
Yeah, last night I only had 4 models instead of 5.
yeah, he just had like he had no action economy, so I just
no.
ripped him a new one. But yes, so the core set itself, $60. Gets you 2 whole factions worth of guys, as well as like some scenarios if you want to play the more RPG version of this, which I would like to do. I want to get some guys and just like do some co-op. That seems like fun. And then most of the boxes are pretty cheap. They are having a 50% off warehouse sale right now for a bunch of stuff, but like how much were all of your power armor dudes? They were like.
It's like I got all my stuff for free because I got them all as gifts.
Fair.
But all the power armor dudes were in a box for like $35. Frank Horgan, I think, was like $30 on his own.
Yeah,
And the Hellfire Troopers are like $20.
but
Yeah.
but you're not going to buy MSRP in most places with
Yeah,
this. You can go to Miniature Market, you can go to Amazon, get it all for cheaper. So yeah, you can get like a full force for $60, $80.
I break your
which is
legs,
pretty good. That's rude.
an armor break, and 5 physical damage.
How many legs did you break?
That's rude. Okay, well hold on.
You break all 6?
Broken leg. Maybe. Let's find out. So you have 1 armor break, right?
1 armor break, and then 5 physical damage because the +1 to my attack.
Okay, so I block 2 and take 3.
Yep.
Okay. But yeah, honestly, this game is
I forgot to add a die.
rude.
Cheater.
Cheater.
Another armor break.
Okay, I'm down to 2. That's fine. But yeah, honestly, it's not expensive to get into.
It's pretty accessible.
Yeah, it's pretty accessible, which is nice. They have a bunch of STL files for things, so they're embracing 3D printing. Because not every place has the manufacturing strength to keep up with demand. You see that with like Trench Crusade and stuff, where they know they're a small company. They're going to model themselves more after an STL-based market. These guys do actually provide physical prints or physical like injection molded stuff, which is all resin, which makes it a little bit harder to work with because resin's a little weird to work with.
I hate having to brush and clean and wash my resin.
Yeah, we'll circle back to that. But yeah, so honestly, as far as accessibility goes, it's pretty good on that. It's pretty cheap to get into. You can, unless you want to do something super goofy, like one guy at a store wants to run like all bloatflies. Because how many bloatflies can you run in 1,000 points?
A lot.
Because you look up how many points a bloatfly is while I move.
It's too damn much.
I'm going
too damn
to
cheap.
move into
Library.
this range here, just barely close range, because I have a lengthened barrel on my flamer, and I'm going to burn a rate.
That's rude. Why not do the objective?
Because I have a good enough lead right now, so I just want to burn.
The glowing bloatfly is 79 caps
Okay.
or points.
Okay.
However, they want to
This is
do
regular
that,
blowfly,
but the
right?
regular bloatfly. Where are you?
All right, I'm hitting on 6s.
Are these
And-
not alphabetical?
Bloop, bloop. Okay, so hitting on 6s. Oh, that hits, and the nuke does something. Nuke makes it 1 additional damage. So,
Bloatflies are 39 points.
so you could run, what is 1,000 divided by about 40? That is 20, no. So 20 would be 800.
What's the armor break?
25.
Any
You
armor
run
break?
25 bloatflies. That would be a little bit more expensive, but you're playing for memes then. No armor break for 3 damage.
I roll a 3 or a 2 because I still haven't activated him to put him down to his.
Yep.
thing. Nope. I stopped none of it. Well, one
with
of it.
hardened armor. So take 2. And does that break his power armor?
Yes, that does
Yes.
break his
All
power.
right, cool. I can start killing him. Start murdering.
And then you'll just give me the advantage again.
Yeah, I do recommend it. It's just easy to get into. It seems nice. It's a game you can get into with. You can just like run just the box. It seems to work fine. I was trying to find a time to introduce it to Joe here because I'm trying to corrupt him, like I said. We have not found a time because we've both been busy. Because babies take up a lot of time. Not mine. I don't have one, but his baby.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Just a little bit, right? A smidge.
Blast him.
No,
Gets all the buffs.
no.
So I'm ignoring cover
Oh,
if there is
gosh.
cover.
Oh, dear gosh. Oh, my good golly gosh. All right. What have I got? I got heavy ritual armor, so that will help with asbestos lining, but you ignore the asbestos lining. I just can't be caught on fire. I'm covered in asbestos. I'm baking these muffins as fast as I can.
Hitting on a 7.
Okay. Hit me. Hit me, baby, one more time.
Hit me with your best shot.
Boom. Okay, that's a crit with a bonus action. Oh, dear God, that's a lot of damage. Okay.
So 1 armor break,
Okay.
and it's going to be 5 damage
All right.
at your lowest,
Yep.
whether physical or.
So I need 2 or less. All right. Take 3 damage. Wraithwings have 6. They have 7. So he's down to 4. Not good.
Prepare.
Good.
And then he's going to do it again.
Okay.
Can I do just as good as before? Or better?
Oh dear, I hope not. Okay, you hit. You don't
Armor break.
You don't nuke me, but
Armor break with 2 damage.
all right, that's not too bad. 2. Nope. All
Take
right,
2
so I
damage.
take the 2 damage. He is down to 2, but he's defending the point, and that's what matters.
And
Okay.
he's ready to deed.
So are these armies pretty boxed up, or can you get a good amount of different people in different factions?
Oh, they have pretty much.
They have box sets that
Yeah.
one box set for the Enclave comes with 4 power armor dudes and a warrant officer.
Question: who still needs to activate over here? Okay, so
3
just
of them.
these 3.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna be Mimi here. Okay, sorry. Go on.
The Hellfire Troopers, they come in a
And he's going
in a box of
charge.
2. I think certain characters come in like 3s.
Okay, that guy charged. I don't have enough actions to attack you this turn, but I'm charged.
So it's a pretty healthy variety of things.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
there is just pages and pages and pages and pages and
Okay.
pages of different things you can run, and they have like everything. You can run just straight creatures if you wanted to. There's the aliens. I don't think the aliens have technically battle mode rules because I don't think that's been touched by the community yet. But yeah, there's a lot of rules. There's a lot of.
I'm
lot of
going to try
minis,
to
there's, like,
burnerate you.
everything, which is nice. Just so you know, they do have asbestos lining, so
Yeah.
they can't be caught on fire.
I'm just trying to do 2 damage.
Okay, fair. Fair. That is fair. But yeah, no, it's healthy support. I'm excited to play this more with the buddies, either on or off the channel. But yeah, it's always good to have a palate. That's like kind of the idea behind this too, is just like a nice little palate cleanser, just something different to play. And this kind of fits the bill, right? This is fun.
Yes.
We've also been doing some magic, but we're not going to be a magic channel. Don't you try.
That's just another level of degeneracy.
Where's the green?
Babe, if you're still watching, this is your fault.
Am I somehow... You somehow stole my green.
Huh. Weird.
Just got back to his old tricks.
Needs to cheat me to beat me. So with his cheating score, how low is he?
That's a good
Probably
question.
about 4. I think you're tied.
Ah. Dang, Scott, I didn't know you were like that.
I know. I didn't know you were chill like that.
All right, needing a 7.
All right.
So that piece of terrain right in front of you, Jeff,
Mm-hmm.
that with the 2 trees, that looks like a face on the camera.
Oh,
Does
does
It's
it?
really creepy.
Oh.
I've been
Well,
looking
good.
at. Well, I would say it's been looking at me all day.
And it looks at you,
Staring into your soul.
and he looks at me,
And I look at him.
and he looks at me.
All right.
Oh, here's the question. Nope, never mind. You're not in my debuff aura.
You fool.
You get a bonus.
Yes, I get an armor break
Okay.
and extra damage.
Okay, so it's 3 damage. Yep, 3 damage with 1 armor break.
Yes.
Okay. It's physical, right?
Yes.
So need a 2. Block 1, but I still take 2 more and he dies. What are your surge abilities?
To get ready, probably.
Get ready.
Was that your flamethrower, Scott?
Yeah, that was my flamethrower. But it was glorious. They lived a glorious life. And then a glorious
Live by the
death.
flame, die by the flame.
That's what they say in the cult. That's what they say.
They
Okay.
shall fly glorious on the skies of Valhalla.
I'm going to go with the Sniper. Sniper's going to snipe them. He's in melee, so normally that is a bad time because you have a chance of hitting your friends, if that's the case. It is easier to hit because it's like a bigger mass. There's more things to hit. However, when you do that, you have a chance of hitting your friends. However, I have a sniper scope on, so I ignore that. I still get the bonus without worrying about hitting my friends.
If he didn't have the scope, he would only hit his guy because my guy takes him out of the randomization pool.
Yeah. Okay,
Hey,
we hit.
hit.
I guess I probably need to roll the rest of the dice too, huh?
Just cheating.
Was it 2 black and a green?
Another
or 2 green
cheating?
and a black.
Another cheating?
Okay.
No, I'm
Scott
sorry.
is down by 1.
No, please.
Chat, do you agree?
No. Okay. Oh, yep, it is 2 greens and a black. Okay, yep, it definitely hits 3 damage. No other shtick going on.
Cover.
Yep, cover.
2 covers.
Yep, so you have 5
Do you
armor.
hit even with a -4?
Yeah, I got a critical.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So it's, I get +2 to my armor. Right.
Yes.
So I have armor 5.
Yes, so just roll enough to block the 3 damage.
This isn't the right die.
Oh. Have you tried rolling the right die? It might be helpful.
I
Alright.
block all the
You
damage.
block all the damage because cover is very strong in this game. And we're going to shoot you again. Critical again. I don't have any other surge things I can do, but this one is
5.
6 damage.
6 damage.
6 damage. So you're going to take something, bud. You're going to take 4 damage. Right
Down to
the
1.
Dome.
He will die his next activation.
Yes, let's go! Burn, baby, burn!
Well, now I feel like I
Oh.
should just shoot Mothman.
I mean, that's fair. Or you can work the objective. You only need 3 points to catch up, I will say. And you can push these guys for multiple points each turn.
I know.
And if you think Scott's a cheater, he only needs no points to
In my classic cheating ways, I don't need to get any more points if I want to win. Like a cheater. Cheater, cheater, pumpkin eater.
What does the Tesla soldier need? 4? Sure. Yeah, I'll be able to get to that with a yellow move, like
Yep.
there.
Can you move him so you can give room to the other guy if you wanted to? You probably do that.
I don't think he wouldn't be able to make
No,
it.
he's got a big base. Yeah, no, he could do that. You're good.
All right, he
You're Gucci.
needs a 4.
He got the point.
Hey, I get a point.
7 to 5. See, this is what I was afraid of. This, like, I'm helping him out, but also this is what I was afraid of. I'm trying to just, like, get as many points as I can before the pain train comes.
And the pain train has cometh.
Yeah, the pain train's at the station, everybody. Pain train is here.
Activated.
Yeah.
He's my only one to activate, so I'll just go ahead and...
Okay. I will go with him. He will try searching. High Priest, he has a search of 5. Nope, and I can't search anymore this turn.
Hey!
Okay, so I'm going to just move here just to give you some debuff aura. There we go. Stay on the cover, though. No, who am I kidding? You're going to ignore my cover. I'm just going to stay there. Okay. That's everybody, right?
Yeah, I have 4, you have 4, you had advantage last, so I get it.
Yep, that is true.
I'm punching Mothman.
Yep, that is correct. So, all right, we're on to round
Frank is
6.
critically.
Yep, final round.
Let's get an overview of what's going on.
But
Oh, yeah,
because
let's talk about what's going on.
Because
So-
I activate, I get 2 of
Hold on,
these.
hold your horses.
I'm not holding my horses.
Hold the horse. Yeah,
Kill
horse girl.
Mothman.
Okay, so right now I have a 2-point lead, right? However, I have 3 guys left, And one of them is about to die because we have Mothman. Let's go to the hand cam, actually. That's a little bit easier, right? Right. That's the biggest thing we've learned from this is hand cam is critical for these. Okay, so Frank Horgan is about to mollywop on... Ooh, is it going through?
Why is it not working, Scott?
Let me...
Scott, do you
I'm gonna try
have
it.
enough armor with
Okay.
2 armor breaks? I think it's 2 armor breaks. Hold on.
Okay, cool. So, Mothman has 2 health. Frank has 2 health. Frank is about to critical me because he has all these critical tokens. So he's about to turn Mothman into
Cheese.
dead. He's about to make him dead. I was trying to think of a pun, couldn't think of it. Okay, so we have this guy in the point though. He's just going to try and keep racking up for points. I have this little guy here who's trying to hold the line. However, he is just a mook. So he is not long for this world. And then these 2 guys are just trying to hold the line and just get me more points. But yeah, right now, it's going to come down to... It's coming down to the last turn, because it could go either way at this point. All right, let's put it back
Are we
down.
on the last turn?
This is the last turn.
Yeah, so I don't...
You can still win.
I
I
will
can
say
potentially still win.
the overlay is going to say round 5 because round 6 is not playing happy.
Oh, is it not?
It is
running
not
around
playing
6?
happy. So it is round 6.
Oh, try it just through the drop down instead of the next round button.
Yeah, it messes
Crit.
up the entire overlay.
Okay, I'll fix that later. It is turn 6, everybody.
Crit. So I auto hit.
Okay.
I just have a question.
Okay. What's
No
your question,
questions.
bud?
What is that?
If you roll a Nuka-Cola,
Uh-huh.
you do 1 damage in a blast radius.
Including myself?
No, doesn't
Okay.
hurt yourself. I don't think so. I would imagine it wouldn't hurt. I'm going to say it doesn't hurt yourself without actually looking through the rules. That makes sense. He's just like punching his kneecap off.
2 armor breaks and 2 stuns.
Okay.
And 4 damage.
Okay. I have 1 hardened armor, but that's not going to be enough, so Mothman is dead.
Woo!
Yeah.
And Frank is going to attempt to do the action there.
All right.
That clipped like crazy.
Huh?
Your woo clipped like crazy.
Yeah,
Sorry.
he needs a 4-up for this.
Okay. Okay.
He's not so smart. It's all the steroids
Steroids
and the
do that to a
radiation
man.
and the FEV.
You know.
Yep.
Nope.
Nope,
And
you
you can't search that anymore this turn.
Nope.
That's helpful.
I can't search it period that turn, or
Correct.
he can't.
You cannot.
Oh.
The X just.
Oh,
kills it for the
then
turn.
I'm totally dunzo. I lose.
Yeah, you would need to knock him off and then try to get these 2 to tie it up.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to.
There's a chance.
I don't think there's a chance.
You can't do it. Don't give up.
I'm
Never
not
give
giving up.
Never give
I'm just saying.
Never surrender. Oh, also, this is gone.
Oh, yeah.
All right. What can I do? I'm gonna go with this guy. List of the right. Oh no, they're both prepared.
Yes, I will shoot him.
So let's cry. I guess I'll charge at him.
I'm shooting you before you charge, right? Is that how that works?
You can declare it. Any part of the action would still happen after the action's done.
Oh, that's lame.
So you would still have to shoot into melee, but you also ignore that, don't you?
I ignore the penalty for shooting
Or-
in.
You ignore. I thought you ignored.
I'm not. It's the Tesla guy, so he's still part of the random chance, I
Okay.
guess.
Okay. So, all right.
What if I start with him? Is he no longer in the random chance?
Correct. He can't shoot himself.
Yeah, so I'll start with him.
Mhm. It will be -2 unless he ignores the penalty to
He
shooting.
does not.
Okay. So it'll be -2 to your test.
So 5. I
Okay.
got this and this.
But still, 5 is pretty good. Okay. Or you can crit fail.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. But you still get a bonus action, so you can.
Boop. And then
Okay.
he shoot. Which he gets both their bonuses, but he's not in that. But he gets
You could
both
charge.
their dice. I can countercharge,
You can try to countercharge me.
but I kind of need to be on that objective.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. You have a 50-50 chance of hitting yourself. But I think you can take the shot, or take the hit.
Probably.
Yeah.
I just don't get that dice. I don't get that dice. I will get. Actually, I think I do get.
Okay, you do get the -2, +2, so it just evens out.
Nope, that's Frank again. Enclave soldier, plasma rifle.
Yeah, how's our chat friends doing? They have anything in there?
Not as much, actually.
Okay,
Green.
okay. They're up to you guys were chatting before though about some cryptid action.
Hitting on a 7.
Okay. Hitting on a 7. Let's go. Okay.
Crit, armor break,
All
extra
right.
2 damage.
Now roll a high-low to see which one of them you hit.
Am I high or low?
Your choice.
I will be high because I've usually been rolling low. Yeah.
All right.
Ah.
You hit me with that. What's the damage on this thing?
It'll be 4 damage with an armor break.
Okay. I just have 2 hardened armor, so those will go away. But I'll take 2 more.
Okay, guys.
Mhm,
Big question
mhm.
here. Big question.
Okay.
Best follower.
Fox. Nah, Fox.
Dog meat.
Fox.
Which one's Fox?
The super mutant.
Oh, FAU. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fox. Okay. I don't know. I like.
He's named after Guy Fawkes.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Okay, he's down to 3. I don't know. I am a fan of dog meat. Who doesn't like little dog companion?
He gets in the way
actually,
too
I
much.
lied.
He
The
steps on landmines and blows me up too much.
fair synth detective. What's his name?
Oh, Nick Valentine?
Nick Valentine.
He's one of my favorites, too.
I have a soft spot for Nick Valentine. It's like, okay, we love a little noir detective in Fallout.
Yeah, I like it, but I really like dog meat because I didn't. As much as it's
Okay.
nice to have somebody to help with fights,
Boop.
like long range,
Mm-hmm.
I felt like it was too much help sometimes.
Too much help.
Yeah, I like less, honestly.
How are you getting so much dice?
So, basic for the cultist blade is not the cultist dagger, so it doesn't ignore your armor.
Oh, good.
Is green black. Charge bonus, I took a black.
And then Scary Mask.
And Scary Max gives me an additional green. So we fail. Okay. Okay. I do get an action surge, which is going to be prepare.
Oh, hey, it's Tristan.
Hi, Tristan.
Hi, Tristan.
He said, hello.
Hello there.
Ooh,
Chicken Jack.
Oh no.
Chicken
Jackie.
Oh, sorry, Tristan.
Don't worry, the Minecraft movie is now on HBO, so I told the friend group that we can watch that for when we miss you.
He'll punch
Yep,
the
that's
cultist.
fair.
With
That
his
is
power
If it is
fist.
a D12 system.
Maybe. So okay, so we got these D12s, right? We got. Hold on, if you want, go to the bring up the days cam. Okay, so we got 4. Give me one of your blacks.
Whoa.
Okay, so we got
Tesla
4
owner over
different.
here.
All right, 4 different D12s. Each of them have different effects. This gives you specials. This increases your hit probability. This gives you additional armor penetration. And this does additional damage, right? But, however, all the skill checks are on this D20, but it's a weird D20. So yeah,
That only goes up to 10.
only
for
goes
the
up
numbers.
to 10, and then it has some like other things on it, proprietary dice, right? But yeah, now that we understand, my main issue with this system is everything is symbol. Okay, so the rating could be a little bit more tight. However, everything is symbol based, which makes the card super compact, right? So all the keywords and everything, instead of a keyword, it's just like a symbol. It's like this means squiggly line. Like, well, what does squiggly line mean?
Needing a 5.
And once you like have the hang of that, it goes super smooth because you have those memorized and like, okay, I can just boom, boom, boom. I don't need to read the fine text. Learning is an initial struggle.
2 damage and an armor break.
Okay. He's down to 1.
And then he's going to punch you again.
Okay, I'm gonna, as a reaction to your punch, I'm gonna punch.
Okay. Don't I get to punch you first, though?
I'm doing it as a reaction of your first punch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So punch, boop, boop, boop. And it's -2, so I think I need a 3, honestly.
I've seen you roll a ton of. Okay, that's not
Nope, nope, I tried. All right, goodbye, little
it.
cultist.
Give that back.
Goodbye.
5.
But yeah, there's something that appeases me
Nope.
about noir.
Nope, no hit.
noir synth. Okay.
No hit.
No hits.
I probably should have just burnerated you.
That's fair.
Oh well.
That is fair. Okay. Okay. It's the last turn. What matters right now? I'm gonna go with him. We're gonna try the action. I need. Fives. 2. All right. I have an 8th point, and we're gonna try it again.
Minus your cheating points.
Okay, I got 2 more points.
Minus your cheating points.
So we're up to 9. So I should be fine now. It should.
Down to 3 because cheating.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. Sir, I didn't mean to evade those taxes. I mean, don't tell the IRS.
Don't tell the IRS.
I wish I evaded taxes. Not really.
He's gonna move
Okay.
here. Blast him because now he's within range to take him out of the random,
Okay.
and he's in range to ignore the modifier.
Yep.
But does that mean I also don't get the +2?
I think you get the +2. Let's say, yeah, no, because that's how we did it for my sniper. So yeah, you get the +2. We'll just say you get the +2.
Ignore penalties, not
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, you get the +2 there. Which is a little goofy, but yeah, it's fine.
It's hilarious.
And what is that, an Enclave Trooper you said?
No, this one's the Tesla one.
Oh, Tesla Trooper. Tesla Soldier?
Yeah.
I was just seeing like what else his shtick was.
This one's the if not target model, not included in close combat, randomize, not included in the randomize.
Okay.
Ow.
Okay. I was seeing like what your other surges were. See if maybe you could like have a surge action.
No, it's only putting ready markers down.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
All right, Jeff, we're gonna do a little bit of a role play scenario here.
Oh boy.
Oh,
You ready? You walk into your settlement.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Your best friend in the whole world, Preston Garvey, approaches you. Another settlement needs your help.
What do you do?
I walk away and never come back.
But what about the settlement?
I never
They
helped
need
the
your
settlement.
help.
But what if he marks it on your map?
Smart
I
on your
won't
map.
go there.
Also, who gave him permission to my pit boy?
Out
Who
of
gave
spite,
him-
out of spite, I'll go join the Nuka Raiders and just raid the settlement instead.
Wow, that another settlement needs your help from you. You're the problem. It's all you.
Correct. And I'm in short.
That's definitely short. Who wears short shorts?
I wear short shorts.
Okay, did anybody
Mhm.
else make the connection that we find dog meat at the Red Rocket gas station?
God damn it, Fallout. That was intentional too.
Oh,
There's-
it totally
there's
was
no way that was
intentional.
not intentional.
Yeah,
If you're too young to know what that is,
Good for you.
go ask your parents. But that wasn't us that told you to ask.
there's too many people that I've found that haven't noticed that.
I did not. Oh my god, really, Fallout?
Hitting on a 7.
Oh, okay. Yep. All right, that hits.
2 armor breaks and 4 damage.
He's dead. He doesn't have any armor, so he's dead.
Dead as dicks.
It's rude. That was rude. All right. My last action. What do? Do I just like try to dome you? Yes.
I don't think I don't think you can kill me.
He's already activated though, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I stopped putting tokens down because there's so little that I need to keep track of.
Right.
It's just him. And I'll attempt to make a charisma check.
Okay. Okay. You know what? Just for funsies, I'm gonna try and dome him.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I should be long.
this should be long. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Faux show. Faux show. Boop boop. And black and 2 green. Right. I got myself confused again.
Cover, because you're shooting through cover.
Yep. So it'll be -2.
Not -4.
Not -4, which is better. It is better than -2 or -4. Words and sniper rifles. All right, 2 green. and a blue. Have I been... Whoopsie.
Has Scott been cheating this entire
I
time?
might
Correct.
have accidentally been putting... Okay. Whoopsie.
Correct. He loses the game because Mothman died and he was cheating.
Well,
What say you, chat? What say you?
it is 3 damage with 2 armor break.
Okay, I
And
get
an action surge.
if I roll a 2,
Mm-hmm.
I take no damage.
Okay.
I take no damage.
Until I do this. I miss.
Yes.
Yes. All right, go ahead.
All right, he needs a 2 to succeed there.
Okay.
No.
Okay, you can try it again.
Yes.
He got it. So he's 1 more point.
1 more point.
And that was your last one?
Yep, that was the last one. End
All
of game.
right. End of game.
End of
GG.
game.
GG.
Hey, we ended before 3.
Yeah, I told him it'd be quick. I promised it'd be quicker. We gotta fulfill our promises. So yeah, winner, Cult of the Mothman, 9-6. Good game. Good game. How do you feel about how that went?
Well, see, you won the battle, but the war, it's dunzo for you.
Yeah, if we were doing a campaign-like thing, I would be in bad shape because I only have 2 guys left. So yeah. But yeah, Frank's mean.
Frank is very mean.
I think the only way to deal with him is just try to pull him away.
Yeah, pull him away from whatever you need him to not do. But the thing is, he wants to just kill as many things as possible.
Yes. Yep, and I think
I think Mothman needed to be not near Frank.
yeah, my thought for that was you're gonna go for Mothman
Yes.
because I know you, right? So I was like, all right,
I want your
he's gonna-
centerpiece model off the table.
He's gonna try and kill Mothman. It's like, all right, we're gonna use Mothman as bait and try to keep Mothman away from the rest of try to keep Frank away from the rest of the fight.
Frank was still able to kill like 2-3 models,
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, he still went to town.
and these guys were just doing whatever plinking damage they needed to.
Yeah, I think my issue is I probably need to reduce some of the equipment on some of these guys to get some more like just action
Even
monkeys.
more bodies. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I just need a couple more.
Have a
action
bunch of dudes
monkeys.
with nothing and just
Yeah, I mean it's something, right?
Well, 'cause
like,
it,
there's these things to do.
it's like Trench Crusade. That's actually a valid strat for Black Grail.
Yeah.
I ran like 20 plague thralls, like a plague knight, and then I spent 6 glory because it was like just a pickup game
Mm-hmm.
to have the Sin Eater, and I out modeled Sean by like I think like 10 models
Okay.
while I was playing New Antioch, and I just had objective control the whole time. And I was just able to just hoard onto his dudes, and I could just sit back and do whatever I wanted.
Yeah.
So having just pure just bodies on the table in these kind of skirmish games and out activating your opponent really helps, because if I could have taken out more of your dudes earlier in the game, I think I would have won.
Mm-hmm. And I think I also forgot about this guy for like 2 turns, which I don't think he was going to like change the state of things, but yeah, I think the main thing was
You not
having
being able to use
more-
your sniper was very helpful to me.
Yes, having this big piece of cover was good because that was the issue we had last night. Is the sniper could just dome.
I luckily kept making armor saves last night against the sniper, but it didn't change a lot because you still did a lot of damage.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, I think my main thing was just action monkeys, and then maybe probably play a little bit more aggressively with the cult daggers
yeah.
because they're mean.
Yes.
'Cause, like,
I
they
think
can-
that's the best thing you have
Yeah,
is the cult daggers.
yeah. So
It's just you still don't hit the best.
right.
I don't know what the cultists want to do.
I don't know. I think I need to circle back and reassess a little bit. Look at some more maybe area of effect buffs, because I wonder if the Wise Mothman, he provides buffs and debuffs.
Mm-hmm.
So he buffs my guys and debuffs yours, while still being tanky. I'm curious
Just
if maybe
can't punch.
there's some upgrades I can give him to just like make some kind of AoE like buff thing. So if I could get some more buffs on these guys, that'd be good. I just need to figure out how one does that.
Are you
in this
only
game.
allowed one priest, or?
I can take multiple priests. He's just I only own one. Is the thing.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
That's just as a curiosity, maybe more priests.
Yeah, because they have a very long range for their buffs. So if I swap his leader card, I should probably swap his leader card for something else. Because right now it just has like the reduced model count thing. So yeah, I would need to look back and see what else there
Does
is.
chat have any questions about the game or what they thought about the game?
Yeah, what chat thing?
I haven't seen too much from chat.
Okay.
Tristan is wondering why you are wearing a hoodie in heatwave season.
Because the AC works again. Well, by works, I mean I got to replace.
Not just that. I'm originally from Florida, so it's not very hot to me. But also, I wear long-sleeved, thick stuff while going outside, period. Because the sun hurts me a lot because I am immunocompromised and I just try to limit my skin exposure.
Way to go, Tristan. You're an asshole.
I thought that was a joke. You love you, Tristan.
No, that's like one of the most comfortable things that I can share because it's like, it's whatever. It's part of my medication that I take.
To be fair, I did ask you that
Yes,
right when I saw you.
correct.
No.
And if you notice, I'm like barely sweating at my brow too, so it's like,
Yeah, the room's actually staying cool now.
oh, it's like before I would not be wearing a jacket in here because it'd be way too hot.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we've upgraded the studio. And by studio, I mean my house, because my AC decided to die during the Colorado heat wave. Nice.
Very nice.
Nice. And because my furnace was also on its way out because it's 26 years old, we replaced that too. So be sure to like and subscribe.
Yeah, like
Because
it's
of all the hard work that you put into the studio. But yeah, thank you guys for all joining. If you guys have any questions about this game, feel free to reach out to us on Discord. Like I said, the link for Discord is in the little description below. Hi, Betty. In the description below. So please be sure to like and subscribe. Join the Discord.
It's not a stream without Bitums.
It's not a stream without Bitums. You were so good. You didn't even hop on the table. Good Bitums. We will be going back to our regularly scheduled programming tomorrow of Warhammer 40k. That will be Brendan versus Jonathan, debuting the new Chaos Knights Codex.
Do we know what detachment yet?
I have no idea, so I'm going to ask him. After he texted me, I think he was wanting to play Magic, so I'll see what the hell's going on.
Okay.
Versus Brendan's Black Templar. So come out and join us for that. That should be a fun game as we try out these new rules. And I think that's everything. We'll be putting a vote on the Discord as well to vote what next month's Saturday side quest will be. That will either be, like I said, Middle-earth strategy battle game, which is Lord of the Rings. Another game like this, Kill Team, which is a 40k skirmish game. So like, there's a lot of skirmish games this time.
Yeah.
And Bolt Action, which
we
is
could also
a
throw
historical.
Necromunda in there.
Yeah, that's fair. That's
Because we
fair.
also already have the stuff for Necromunda. And then Chris and I could play, or
Okay, that'd be
someone and Chris.
Yeah, we'll put it up to a vote. Yep, and we're like before, we're going to try to be having some semi-regular Horus Heresy streams leading up to the release of the new edition, with some streams afterwards to
I
really
want those
try it out.
Saturnines so bad.
They're so chunky.
I want the Dreadnought the most.
I do. I want that Dreadnought. I'm like a little, like every time I look at the Saturnine Terminators, my opinion on them changes from good to bad. That Dreadnought though, like
Oh, no matter how many times I was sold on Saturnines, even on the goofy like old art designs of Saturnines, because I like my 40k/30k to be a smidge goofy,
yeah.
and giant shoulder pads on Terminators is hilarious.
No. But yeah, I think that's everything. Is any other order of business stuff?
I don't think so.
Joe, you got anything?
No.
All right, great.
Does chat have anything?
Chat does not have anything.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining, especially those that came out just for this. Sorry if you're expecting more Fallout content. We'll be doing this again in the future.
I like it a lot.
Yeah, I would want to play it more. And this content does help us like figure out games that we want to play, figure out what works on the stream. So those
Chris
like.
and I do have Dystopian
Oh,
Wars.
that's true.
I would just need to paint it.
Yeah, that's fair. So yeah, the likes also help us determine what we want to play again in the future. So, all right, I think that's everything. So from all of us, from Joe and from Itty Bitty Felicity, bye. Hit the end stream. Bye.